What's up, everyone? Not sure if you could hear that or not, but that's the official Fat Man theme song. When we had the technical difficulties involving a glass of bourbon and Diet Coke, I think I ruined my loop deck because it won't power back up. So I'll get it figured out so I can add the actual video that goes along with that at the beginning of the show. But if you can hear it, cool. If you couldn't, go check it out on Fandom Iconic. It's up there. And give it a thumbs down. Looks like I'll be solo tonight. We're going to talk about wrestling. Well, it is the 20th anniversary of September 11th as well, which sucks, but Jabroni check-in. Hello, Michelle. We're going to talk about wrestling belts tonight. Or whatever you guys want to talk about. It's entirely up to you. I, as always, am open to suggestion and led on by the treachery and evil of others. You're listening, but you're driving. Could you hear the Fat Man theme, Alan? Triple H threatened to come down here and beat me with a stick, but he never showed up. Oh, no, run me over with a wheelchair, I think was the quote he was using. So what do you jabronis want to talk about? It's not as exciting when there isn't 10 people running around behind us. I got a bunch of belts back there, if you guys can see. Oh, well, Alan can't see. Alan's driving. Believe me, Alan, they're back there. I wouldn't lie to you. Only new toys I got this week were belts and some AEW. What's up? Some AEW wrestling figures. I'm up to about 25 or 30 AEW figures. And he just lit up the wheels on his Mustang. We're getting dead air here. Well, let me talk about some of the trips I made this week. I had to go over to England and get the European Championship. No, I didn't hear about the Son of Kong movie, Junebug. But I did get this fine piece of strap here. Very well made, very heavy. European Championship. It's hard to be the world champion without having a European. I'm unifying all the titles is what it is. We're going to change them all into one belt. We'll call it the El Luchador Championship. But I picked this up. And then today, I instead of doing show prep, I jumped on a plane to Boston and found this punk ass bitch named John Cena. Dick slapped the shit out of him. Oh, I dick slapped him. Had to go to Boston to do it. He was speaking Chinese as I was beating the dog shit out of him, so I don't know. I don't know what's up with that guy. But, you know, got his spinner belt, so guess I'm the champ now, not John Cena. Who, by the way, ruined the WWE. They went from the Attitude Era to the John Cena, I'm a pussy, and keep going era. Be nice. Get up. All these positive messages, and now that shit's, oh my God, it's just horrible. Can't even watch it. Well, thank you, Michelle. Also got back when wrestling was still, well, WWE was still entertaining. Stone Cold's championship. Picked that up. Aloha, man, or Jets. Tonight's drink of choice, Jets, is Kraken. I have a little bit of Kraken, but I did pick up a bourbon that I'm going to try, even if nobody shows up. Old Tub. It's unfiltered. It's probably really rough. It was like $24 for a fifth. So it's got a legit cork in it, so it ain't Jack Daniels, rock gut. Because if bourbon don't have a cork, it ain't bourbon. It's bum juice. I will let you know. I'm going to try some here in a little bit. There we go. America. Doing America like this. See, Jets knows what time it is. It's America time. America. I need to shave tonight, I think. I was going to when I showered before the show, but a few days growth, it's starting to get a little itchy. So what's everybody else want to talk about? I showed off some belts. We've said America 3 times, America 4 times. I did mention the anniversary of September 11th. I don't get political on this show. I need to do a politics show where I can just say whatever I want. Oh, once again, didn't do it at the beginning because I was too busy playing the Fat Man theme. The views and opinions expressed by me, Buddy Harvey, the American Luchador, do not reflect the rest of Fandom Iconic. So if you pissed at me, tell me to go fuck myself. Don't take it out on the rest of them. I enjoy thumbs down, so give me a thumbs down. Jets, it seems to me a lot of people, your former police officer, a lot of people have forgot 9/11. They said they would never forget, but state of affairs, without getting political, I beg to differ. My opinion, not the opinion of the channel, my opinion. What toys you want to talk about, Junebug? AEW wrestling figures are all upstairs. Yeah, it's a sad state of affairs, Jets. It really is. But once again, America. Oh, with that Kraken, I got this sweet Kraken Tiki, which I thought was very bizarre because, well, it turns out it's plastic, which is probably good for something that's meant to drink liquor out of. Um, you can get the Tiki and a fifth for $15.99, or a fifth not in a gift box without a Tiki for $17.99. So hence, I chose the Tiki. America. Nothing like getting rum drunk on a Saturday night. America. Any toys? That's all I bought, Junebug, was AEW figures this week. I posted pictures of them. I don't have them down here. And believe it or not, you guys are going to freak out. This is something I decided I'm not going to open. So I've been hanging them. I like the way they look in package because I don't like modern figures, because 95% of them, I mean, they look cool in the package. As soon as you take them out, you're just like, oh, these are dog shit. But that's all the toys I bought this week. Good choice with the Tiki. Yeah, and I got the cup and $2 off. It was a no-brainer. I ain't had Kraken in a while. That was my go-to a couple of summers ago. We were cracking it up with Kraken. I'm hoping maybe Crackhead Ricky or somebody comes by. Add a little festivity to it. Smoked a bunch of meat. There ain't nobody here to eat it, but I guess I'll be eating it the rest of the weekend, taking whatever's left to work. America, red, white, and blue. America. I'm going to start wearing a baseball hat with these. I think it looks cooler, guys. What do you think? My SWAT hat's all dirty. I'm sure Jets would appreciate that. Not the fact that I just left it outside. I didn't notice it until earlier today when I was cleaning up the yard. Or as we like to call it, the outside studio. Alan says that Disney just released 4 dates for Marvel movies. He thinks the Marvel movies are going downhill. I think they are too. I am just not impressed. They have a vast universe of things to draw from, things they could do. They did well by weaving all those other movies together. And now it's just pure cash grab nonsense, in my opinion. I mean, legit, I hate to keep going back to it, but who the fuck wants to see a movie about Black Widow? The character died, 3 years ago in the Marvel Universe? The movie is 3 years too late. Or actually, 7, 8. By their timeline, I think 8 years too late. Because the 5 year span, that movie takes place after no, it's longer than that. It takes place after the first Avengers, if I'm not mistaken. Damn, it makes me want to go in the house and get a hat. Need that brim. See how dirty. Where did I put that hat? Oh, I think that hat's too dirty even for me to wear, especially since I just got out of the shower. Yeah, I have not seen Shang-Chi yet. Or Shang-Chi. I liked him in the Marvel comics in the 70s, early 80s, when everybody was kung fu fighting. I thought he was a cool character. That's all I know about said character. It's what I read 30 years ago. So I will watch it. I'm just not going to go out of my way to watch it. I hear they've started filming the second Captain Marvel movie. Yay! Who gives a fuck? That's because it's a horrible character as well, but just Brie Larson's just a horrible fucking human being. But that's a whole other story. Um, yeah. Have any of you guys seen Shang-Chi? Shang-Chi? My neighbor Darren's seen it. He started trying to explain it to me. It reminds me of my grandmother trying to explain the plot of a movie or a TV show to you. You're just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Well, you definitely got to let me know, Alan and Michelle, how it is. I'm not opposed to seeing it. The only movie that recently come out that I'm just utterly opposed to seeing, even though I'm a big fan of, well, not the movie franchises, but the toy line in comics was Snake Eyes. I as soon as I seen it, and then our boy Larry Hama starts fucking virtue signaling, and that's my Snake Eyes. Well, no, it's not. That's not the Snake Eyes you wrote 40 years ago, dude. You had total creative control over that book to begin with. Um, Hence, they would give you these doofus-looking characters, and you would have to work them into these stories and everything. But that was your universe that you weave together. So that is not your Snake Eyes friend. I mean, I guess you'd cash that check. I mean, who can blame you? You're old and irrelevant now. I would cash the check too. Sell out to the man. Kiss the man's ring. Let's see. Well, I've still got 2 people in here. That's applause. Did you get any new toys, Junebug? I think I left my motion detector light on behind me too. Let's see. Yep, I see the side of the house. Well, why not, Junebug? Why didn't you get any new toys, bruh? There we go. Oh, yeah. Now I found a way of being ridiculous. Well, shit, I messed that up. Oh, America. That's all I got to say. Junebug, when you come over and see the Batcave, Chaz come over last week and looked at it. I think last Saturday. Only cost you $5 for a tour of a bug. Actually, everybody will get a virtual tour here before soon. Let's see. Oh, we still 2 subscribers away. I haven't found anything you like. What do you like, Junebug, other than Pops? Those are the Beanie Babies of today, bro. I mean, I'm not hating. I have a few in my collection. I'm not saying that. But 90, I'd say 98% of the Pops I have, we need a Triple H sighting. I talked to him on the phone earlier, Jets. Told me he was going to come over and run me over with a wheelchair and take one of my new illustrious titles. I'm still waiting. I'm not impressed by his shenanigans, to say the least. You don't know when you come over. Well, get the walking, motherfucker. You know where I live. You come straight down Ridge, cross Denison, keep on going. Yeah, they always say don't meet your heroes or find out about your heroes, because I loved Hulk Hogan as a kid too. I wasn't as big a Hogan fan as Chaz. I was more a Road Warriors, Ric Flair guy, but I always preferred the NWA. Um, Yet on that same note, I like Texas Stampede wrestling and all that when we were kids, because it'd come on like at odd hours. And the AWA, I remember that when I was little. I wasn't a Von Erich fan of any of those guys. Just wasn't impressed, and they all had some serious issues, obviously. But yeah, Hogan, twat waffle. Total twat waffle. Yep. Not a very good human being. No, we don't need a Triple H sighting. Triple H in the house. Come on over with the Crip sticks, or as Fever calls them. Speaking of which, Fever's on tomorrow night. She's a lot more entertaining. She actually puts planning into her show. I just, just like whatever. I make some food and clean the yard. That's all I do. And if people show up, they do. If they don't, I don't give a fuck. I have a good time out here. Yeah, Triple H, were you going to run me over with the wheelchair? Was that your last one? I mean, I had to go dick slap your boy John Cena and take a strap from him. Motherfucker started going as I was beating him. I don't know what the hell. I was like, "Get me my fried rice, motherfucker." Said something about report me to Mao or some shit. I don't know. Yeah, then speaking of John Cena, he was the worst thing about the Suicide Squad movie. It was an enjoyable film overall. Um, really enjoyable compared to the first one, which I was just like, ugh. I love the lady that plays Waller. She comes across the way Waller is, a total fucking bitch. Any food tonight? Well, I'm glad you mentioned that, Jets. I smoked a whole brisket. I smoked two pork shoulders. I have mac and cheese, homemade mac and cheese that I was going to put in the smoker because it only takes about 45 minutes to get it right. I bought some crumpets today, some snack cakes and everything. Stocked the fridge with beer and pop, Coke, Pepsi, and Diet Coke. And I guess we'll be eating brisket and pork shoulder the rest of the weekend. There's Bob, Sergeant Swag. If you can think it, he can ink it. Bring them on by here, Bob. There was some hood rats through here earlier, and I could hear them. I had like the belts and shit set up behind me, and they're randos. They're not from the neighborhood, and they're like walking up the middle of the street. Both of them carrying sticks. So of course, what's Buddy doing? I see him. I come outside. I was like, "Hey, what's up?" Light up a cigarette. Oh, nothing. I'm like, "Yeah, okay." There one belt you don't have. WWF junior heavyweight champion. Who I don't even remember a junior heavyweight champion. I'm a heavyweight, super heavyweight actually. Oh yeah, the Cleveland police down at the end of the street down there, Bob, by that factory. They sat down there, and they could give out fucking 100 tickets. And well, you've been here in a couple hours. But I think that's where they go to take their breaks, and they deserve their breaks. So they probably don't want to be fucking with these jamokes around here. And I think Cleveland still has the thing where if it's not a felony or whatever, or endangering somebody's life, they just pretty much don't fuck with people. Obviously, because I drive on the city streets, like especially on the east side, going into work in the morning or coming home, people on Broadway Avenue, which speed limit's 25, I believe, the whole way through. Up until you get to Garfield, where I work, it becomes 35. They go through there, I'm not exaggerating, 55, 60 miles an hour. I should start filming I have a GoPro and I have dash mounts and everything. I should start filming my driving to work. These fucking asshats going through a city street 55 miles an hour, going left to center to get around people. I go the speed limit. Hey, um, yeah, I never was a Bret Hart fan, but later in life, I've become a bit of a Bret Hart fan. Uh, Macho Man, he was just all over the place. He was entertaining. Who doesn't like the Macho Man? But Bret Hart, I never was. When I was younger, and I don't want anybody to take it the wrong way, I thought he was a bit of a crybaby because he felt somehow jaded, or that's the way, like when I'd read the old wrestling magazines and stuff back when they were new. His time and his shot and blah blah blah. I mean, shut the fuck up. You ain't Ric Flair and you ain't Hulk Hogan. Thank God. Hulk Hogan, stone cold garbage, brother. But yeah, wrestling. I finally started. I got back into it, and like I said, that AEW is really, to me, it reminds me a lot of Attitude Era WWF. It's actually fun to watch. I've tried over the past, I don't know, 10 years, multiple times to just jump back into WWF wrestling and watch it, and it's unwatchable. I'm just like this. I mean, legit is horrible. Like one of my all-time favorite wrestlers is Triple H. I'd rather not know anything about him personally because he probably is a twat, but it just ain't the same. And I went to like live shows. The only live shows I enjoyed were the NXT ones. Those were cool live, but I haven't been watching that obviously. And from what I read on different groups and everything, I guess they're fucking that all up. But it is what it is. But if you're gonna watch some wrestling, get on that AEW kick there. Pretty good shit. They got a bunch of young talent that's actually talented. Of course, they got some boneheads in there too that I'm not really fans of. But whatever. Like their main antagonist, the Kenny Omega guy. He's you hate him. He's a guy you love to hate because he just comes across as a total asshole, but in a good way. You know what I mean? You're like, oh fuck that dude. He's fucking garbage. And then of course the AEW keeps signing this older talent that still has something to offer, like Christian. I loved him back in the day, and Jake the Snake. I love Jake the Snake back in the day. I still love him now. That guy had a hard life. Documentary. I think it was a documentary I watched on him. Dude was abused as a child, amongst other things. His drug and alcohol problems he overcame, and mental issues. But he's a general good guy, or I think. Just he he figured out how to overcome a lot of his demons. Oh, I fucked my phone up, guys. There it is. I merged a bunch of stuff. I had my hand on my phone, and my screen don't lock out, and it like took all my what do you call them? Quick access icons across the bottom: phone, text, camera, and internet, and put them all in one folder. But I fixed it. Yeah, I never was like an Ultimate Warrior fan either. Um, he was his shtick just didn't work with me. I just thought, well, you're whole. Thought he was just fucking coked out of his gourd or something. I don't know what was wrong with it. What was his original name? Dingo Warrior. Oi, oi. That's another one of Chaz's favorites. He always liked all those fucking good guy fuck boys. Right, Chaz? Who's your favorite wrestler, Junebug? And if you don't answer the American Luchador, your answer is wrong. Alan liked the Ultimate Warrior. I'm sorry, Alan. He just didn't do anything for me. I was just not a. I just didn't like him right off the rip. I was, lean towards the bad guys, anyways. I guess I've said it before, like Bundy, like in WWF, Bundy, Morocco, Roddy Piper, Cowboy Bob Orton. You know, Undertaker is stone cold fucking garbage. Baron von Raschke, yes, old school wrestler there. Remember him in the AWA. It was towards the end of his career when I was a kid, but he was always fighting with, what was it, Greg Gagne? Superstar Billy Graham. Oh, you're going back there. Yeah, as I come in, I don't think Billy Graham was really wrestling anymore. Maybe a couple times I've seen him wrestle. He was a more of a color commentator, announcer, interview guy back in the early '80s. A couple of them guys from early '80s WWF that I hated were like Tito Santana. Not a fan. Yeah, he really was a one-dimensional character. All he could do was that voice and like he was seasoned or something. I don't know. I've seen cokeheads that don't act that way. Yet I've seen dudes fucking smash an 8 ball and act like him. So go figure. Oh. HB Crafter in the house. What's up, Crafter? What's your favorite wrestler? Boogie Woogie Man Jimmy Valiant? Yeah, I wasn't a fan of him either. Just wasn't a fan of him. He looked like some drunk uncle at a bonfire. The dude looked homeless. I don't know. But I did like the Moondogs, if anybody remembers them. Copper Fist, Little J, all of them had other things they were doing, so I'm flying solo tonight. They're doing adult things. Here I am doing childish things. Well, there's no time. It's all the way back there. Never mind. There goes a loud power boom truck. Rock and Roll Express was stone cold fucking garbage. I like Jimmy Cornette and the Midnight Express. Oh, Edge, entertaining, entertaining. He was one of the few. When I first got out of the army, I was being as Chaz. I was back into wrestling. They had WWE had bought ECW. Yeah, they do tell a good storyline and use their talent. But I was all stoked. They brought back the ECW, which was like my be all end all. That was the most entertaining thing ever. And I'm going on, I think it's 21st of November. I'm not an autograph collector, but I'm going to go get a Sabu autograph because, well, it's fucking Sabu. I have an ECW belt, big bear paw slap. I'm waiting on that slap. Um, and I'd probably get him to sign that, but I'd rather have a figure or something. But I'm not a big autograph collector or getting my picture taken with famous people because I'm really indifferent. But Sabu and like Rob Van Dam, Tommy Dreamer, oh, one of my all-time favorites, Sandman. Those guys were fucking entertaining. The Gangsters, New Jack and Mustafa, the Dudley Boys, because the WWE when they got them, they just ruined those guys. I do have some awesome Godzillas, Crafter. Thank you. 2 more subscribers, and I'll do a detailed with my 4K camera here tour of the toy rooms. Yeah, rooms, not room. I have my favorite toy of all time. I've said it probably a million times. This one is the Shogun Warriors Godzilla, the shooting fist. I have 10 of them. Just, I don't know, certain things I get multiples of. Things that are my favorites. I don't care what they're worth, like these weird ass robot banks that I have 7 or 8 of. They're only worth 15, 20 bucks a piece. So it's not the monetary aspect of it. They're just, I'll show them all or take pictures of them here over the weekend and post them. Every time I see one, I buy it. I just don't care. I buy it. It's one of my favorite things. I have like a whole shelf just of them. If I like it, I like it. And if I don't, it's stone cold fucking garbage. What's up, Dave? Or should I say Captain Krabby? Yeah, Crafter, we get 2 more subscribers, man. I'll do a tour of the toy room. Junebug sent a picture. No, I don't have that belt, Junebug. That's a junior heavyweight one? I don't even remember that. Who'd they give that to? Not much, Cap. Just trying to entertain the masses here. Oh, you've been working on that code again, or is this a different one? Well, Kat, did you hear that I went to Boston today on the plane and Dick slapped John Cena and took his belt? Oh. John Cena ain't the champ no more. I got his belt, yo. Yeah. Gonna get punched in the back of the head. You're worse to me. You're just always out looking for that kind of shit. I think it honestly, I've said it before, Cap. This is like my least favorite belt design. I've said it's garbage. But then I remember Triple H, probably my favorite wrestler, held this title a couple of times. So, and then Edge has a version of this too. But since I was just, I figured it's worth a plane ride, a round trip to Boston to Dick slap John Cena. Yeah, he can't see me. I gave him the fucking dude. I hit him upside his head with a fucking steak tip sandwich. I stopped down at the Packy, got a steak tip sandwich, and I slapped him with it when he wasn't looking. It's goofy like me. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know. I know he apologized to China. Should have heard the shit he was saying when I was beating him. I'm like, I don't understand. Dude, he's like a blow up doll, man. He's got like muscles and veins popping out, but he's soft as the tissue you pick up puppy poo with. Hate John Cena. Hate him. And he needs to apologize to all of us. Buffoon. You guy's a clown. Doing clown ass shit. DDT the lime button or the like button. No, I want the thumbs down, bro. What's up, George? Chad said he was going to come over and run me over with a wheelchair. Like to finger his belt or his butt. I can see that dude getting his asshole finger popped. And liking it. I'm not judging. Yeah, let's keep them thumbs down going. Yes. I live for this shit. Yeah, I've seen that before. That come out back in the day. I remember that. It had little LEDs in it. You heard it here first. John Cena likes his asshole finger popped. I seen it. He likes to get dick slapped too. Because I did it. I beat him with a fucking steak tip sandwich. Took his belt. And his money in his wallet. Somebody's paying for that plane ticket. I'm poor. I couldn't afford that plane ticket. I had to, when I paid for it at the airport, I paid for it in yen. No, Crafter, no party tonight. Plenty of food, but no party. Dude, I'm trying to drive. Well, stop watching this shit. I mean, the guy had a bunch of yen in his wallet. What do you want me to do? Thank God they had a currency exchange there at the, what is that? Logan. They're at Logan. Logan International, man. I went to the currency exchange. I'm like, hey, get all this yen. They're like, where'd you get it? I'm like, none of your fucking business. I need American greenback for this. No! And they said, yes, sir, Mr. Luchador. I said, thank you. What kind of food and beer? I bought a 12-pack of Yingling. There is other assorted beers that I brought out of the fridge in the house. I don't remember what they are, and I'm sorry. I smoked brisket. I smoked 2 pork shoulders, and I made homemade mac. Well, Rhonda actually made the mac and cheese. I didn't put it in the smoker because nobody was showing up. So I guess we'll have a cookout tomorrow after the flea market adventures. So I might do an impromptu Sunday mid-afternoon flea market find if I find anything worth putting up. Lucha Underground? Yes, I did, Junebug. Yes, I did. Speaking of luchas, Lucha Brothers, tag team champions in AEW. Save you some of the mac and cheese. I'll smoke it. It's in the fridge, Dave. I'll smoke it tomorrow. I'll save you some. There's plenty. I made as much as we did last time for the birthday party. So, but yeah, I just love smoking meat. I'll tell you guys a funny story about Facebook. You guys probably or maybe seen the video of my acquisitions from Hartville. So I bought some of them Dukes of Hazzard diecast cars, and I bought them to make money to buy more belts or toys that I wanted. America. Well, they were on Facebook. I was running a raffle with them, and I didn't work out. So I posted them on Facebook Marketplace. And they took them down not once, not twice, but 3 times, and threatened to suspend my privileges. Just go figure. You can't sell that redneck shit on there. So I don't know if they thought the license plates, because it says something about currency, and I don't mention currency at all. I say die cast, And I have Duke Boy license plate, full size, and Roscoe's license plate. They're marked Hazard County, 1976. So maybe that's what got them nipped. So I'm going to take two. Well, then I listed it again, but with just a picture of the two cars, because I had like 5 pictures total, and they said it was a duplicate listing. So I'm going to take new pictures of the cars. I just didn't have to. Unless somebody wants to trade me something for some of that redneck bullshit, because I don't collect that shit. Because this is America. I don't fly no flags except American flags. Well, and the Union Jack, and that's only for those. I'll be smoking a sausage. Great song by a guy, you should probably look him up, called Roger Allen Wade. Turns out it's Johnny Knoxville from Jackass's cousin. And if you like, even if you don't like country music, it's entertaining. But if you like old-timey country music, he's in one of the songs, he talks about loving you's like frying bacon naked. Or naked, as he says. And he says, but please don't scorch the sausage in one line of it. And I'm just like laughing. It's music that I put on that makes me feel good. Well, we're going to try this bourbon, guys. Where is my trusted knife? I ain't got no fingernails. I chew them off. America. You're a grilling, smoking asshole when you got these sitting everywhere. Because you don't trust that electronic thermostat on the grill. No, I'm a smoker. No. Let me get some of these old analog ones and swap them out every so often. Double check. Smoke that brisket just right. Does it show the Confederate flag? Actually, it does. And that might be why they banned it. Maybe I should take a picture from a different angle. Because I had a picture and you can see the flag on the top of the box. That's a good point, Michelle. Or Alan, whichever is saying it. I know Michelle's saying it, but I'll relist them because I have no interest in them. I loved the show as a kid and tried to watch it, as I've said a few years back. Ooh, goddamn. Oh, it's 100 proof. I'm like, damn. I'll try a little bit of this. Old tub. I have quite an impressive bourbon shelf. Smells pretty good. It's very oaky. It's smooth, though. Oh, this is actually made by Jim Beam. It has not been carbon or chill filtered. Only quality screen. Remove bits of barrel wood. It's not bad. Would it be my favorite? No. But it's not as harsh as it smelled. If that makes sense. I love these quiet confessional shows. You say funny shit. That briefcase, yeah, that's legit. I've got my 8x10 headshots in there, Sharpies to autograph them with, and some of the that's 24/7 belt. That's one I carry with me everywhere now because you can challenge me 24/7 for it. I don't give a fuck. Catch me in the shower. You about to catch Eve's hands, and you don't want to try to get wrestling at me when I'm all soapy and wet and naked. But and I have money in the or 24/7 foam WWE title belts. Like they're like the $20. A bunch of those in there that I signed, and yes, I remember the horrible show Enos Junebug. It's from when we were kids. I signed those and passed them out to my fans. It's not a bad bourbon. I really don't think I'd buy it again. I'm not in love with it, but it's not bad. I guess you wanted to tie one on and get all fucked up. This would be great. No, but speaking of getting fucked up, I had a bottle of Old Granddad 114 in my hand. I was like, ooh, if I buy this, it's going to be a bad night. Bad night. Every time I've ever drunk that, or drank that, yeah, drank that, it always turned out to be a bad night. Stupid shit. It's like jet fuel. Yeah, the Ena show was garbage. Dukes of Hazzard show, Fight Me. It was stone cold garbage. I mean, back in the day, it was entertainment. Yeah, I'd never seen it before, Jets. Honestly, I'd never seen this old tub. They said it was like $24 a bottle. I won't. This will be something that'll be sitting on my shelf up there. Somebody wants to try it, have at it. But yeah, it depends on what. There's that stop sign. I don't know if you guys heard that car and could probably see it flying by. Come through a stop sign in a residential area. I don't know, 40 miles an hour. Just right through it, and it's 3 streets that meet right here. Yeah, that's what I figured. I'd try it for $24. But the Giant Eagle liquor store that I went to today, I was just going to get a bottle of my, Hotel Tango, and they didn't have any in stock. Grandpa's cough medicine. I ain't going to drink too much of it. I plan on going to the flea market. I will have, after I'm finished with this, another rum and Diet Coke, though. So I love some Kraken. Johnny Loves Chachi's show didn't last long. You know why? Because it was stone cold fucking garbage. I remember seeing that on there, advertising the fuck out of it. And they lived it. Stupid. I was a kid when it come out, and I'm like, this show sucks. And frankly, the last 4 or 5 years, I don't know how long Happy Days was on, but the last few seasons of it, even before Jumping the Shark, was stone cold garbage. That's a spinoff show that was garbage, Junebug. Joni Loves Chachi. Or Chachi Loves Joni, whatever the fuck it was. It was just garbage. Stone cold garbage. You know who enjoys that show? Mesopotamians. I have my reservations yet, Jets, but yes, I didn't watch anything all last year. And I'm the biggest Cleveland Browns fan that ever lived. I didn't watch a snap last year or listen to it on the radio. Usually on a Sunday or a third, whatever game day, don't call me. Don't come knocking on my motherfucking door. I ain't trying to hear it. Just don't bother me. So I'll give it a whirl tomorrow, and we'll see how I feel about it. Misadventures of Sheriff Lobo. That's from what? BJ and the Bear? Is that what Lobo was from? That I don't remember, Cap. He might have. Junebug and them are experts on anything to do with Happy Days. Any TV show from pre-1986, because that's all they still fucking watch. There has been new TV shows since 1986, just so we're clear. As much as I love watching like Dragnet, Combat, shows that were in reruns, obviously when I was a kid, I still watch them, Twilight Zone, but I still enjoy new entertainment, Yeah, I don't even remember the Fonzie settling down with the woman show. Triple H loves The Undertaker. I bet he'd let The Undertaker finger pop his asshole. Bet you that. Bet that. He'd let the Undertaker finger pop his asshole. If I took it too far yet, just tell me when I do, because I'll go one more step. Undertaker is one of the worst characters ever. DJ and the Bear, remember that when I was a kid? Yeah, that's what I think that's what Lobo was from, right? If I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I remember watching that show as a kid. Do you remember, Michelle, when we were children, predating DVRs and the interwebs? George says to keep going. Well, what other weird sexual things would Chaz, or as we call him, Triple H, let the Undertaker do to him? Undertaker is garbage. I got his urn upstairs. I'm waiting on the ghost of Paul Bearer to come get it. Dude making all the noises. Talk, motherfucker. Just like Percy Pringle, lame when he becomes the pallbearer. Lame and that whiny fucking. Oh, dude already had a high pitched voice, anyways. That Junior and Dad that likes to under. Chaz, you was a lying motherfucker, dude. I'll come over and beat you with your own goddamn boomsticks. This motherfucker. Oh my God, is Hulk Hogan and then the Undertaker. Those were your dudes. Don't lie, bro. Undertaker's garbage. Garbage. Lame. This dude come out later. Well, I'm not going to dog on it because I like Limp Bizkit, but he come out to Rolling by Limp Bizkit. I mean, he went from being the Undertaker in his clowny ass costume to biker dude. You know who rides around on Harleys like that? Clowns. Because they can afford them. No self-respecting biker to be caught dead on such an atrocity. How many times have I pissed in the urn? Well, that ain't all I've done. I assaulted it, if you know what I mean. And that might be assault as well. Better watch what I say. Oi, oi. I've made love to the urn, yes. It's consensual. Dry, but you know, hey. I'm gonna take Chaz's boomsticks, George. I'm gonna wrap them around his head. I'm gonna give him my American boomstick. America! You make me thankful I own a Suzuki. Exactly, George. Exactly. You want a bike. I'm not a Harley guy. I mean, if you want one, buy it. I wouldn't. Never owned one. But British bikes and Jap bikes. That's it. Yeah, we got to, I don't know. People in like the toy community and all communities tend to try to keep up with the Joneses. So we had like a Harley or just a bike in general run at my work. You and your dreams think you can be. Well, John Cena got this kosher sausage upside his head. You about to get it upside your head too. You ever been dick slapped, boy? A couple of long crowbars. You need to use them. Crowbars for what? Chad's gonna need an Uzi if he comes at me. Well, I could go to the Taliban and buy a drone pretty cheap, I think. But well, it's time for. Oh, well, you guys can't see what I'm doing. Time for a little bit of that rum and Diet Coke. Rice rockets. I love them. You want something reliable? I don't like crotch rockets anymore because I'm old. When I was younger, I'd ride them, and my back hurt then. I can imagine as fat as fuck as I am now, trying to ride one of those. Boy, and how ridiculous I would look. No, me personally, I mean, I don't judge people. That's a lie. But me personally, I just wouldn't spend the money on a Harley, some piece of shit that rattles apart. And if I ever bought a Harley, it would. This is gonna throw all the hard. Somebody's pulling up. The Harley people for a loop. It would be one of the old AMF ones that everybody hates. That's what I would do. Okay, Out of the Blue and Blansky Beauties, I don't remember at all. Looks like Dave Webster, I think. We have a guest.
What's up, dude?
Come on in. Water's fine. I've got Yingling.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's in the can. Yeah, I pulled the table closer to me because I was by myself. Sorry.
Oh, nice. That's all right. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Dave Webster in the house, guys.
I'll throw these in the cooler. I'll hop on here.
Oh, yeah.
Where's your cooler at? Which one do you
No, I got them in the fridge, but the fridge is full.
Oh, okay. I'll throw them in here.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember that show, Junebug. Sounds like stone cold garbage to me. And obviously, if it didn't last long, it probably was.
What's going on, everybody?
What's up, guys?
How you doing?
Let's see. Move that camera back a little bit. There we go.
I'll make sure I set my drink down window.
Yeah, I got mine way far away, so if I bump it, it's going to go off the table.
You should have like a little table off to the side.
Yeah, I'm going to have to eventually. I'll get the studio set up inside. That'll be permanent.
So how's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody in the chat?
We got a few people left. I've bored the shit out of them.
Nothing exciting.
No, I was
All right.
just dogging the Undertaker, you know.
Grab some crackheads off the street and have them rap.
Yeah, I tried. Nobody was around.
Actually, I'm gonna grab what I had over here.
What you got there?
It was this was a I took me a little while to get here. I stopped at a buddy of mine's, Cameron Story. He just became a moderator in Not Your Kid Toy Group.
Nice.
So I stopped down there. He lives in Canton, so he's a little off the beaten path from, you know, mostly everybody, especially up in this area. It's a little bit of a drive.
It's a bit of a drive.
But George had some 3D printed custom stuff for him, different things so we could hang up like the Captain America shield, stuff like that up on
Nice.
the wall. Special little brackets that you could they basically printed, but you just like screw them to the wall then, so they could stay on there and whatnot. So I see George is in the chat. What's up, George?
No, that's my cousin George.
Oh,
There's two George Harveys floating around.
different George.
That's Iron Lung George.
Well, hello to the other George.
Yeah,
And,
Iron Lung.
But yeah, I end up hanging out over there for a little bit longer than anticipated. But again, like I said, he lives down in Canton. It's not too long that, you know, not too often to get a chance to go all the way down there. So ended up hanging out for a couple hours. We were talking about Star Wars, mostly about the direction of the new series that are coming out. We were talking about the Boba Fett series.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. I
The
mean,
Mandalorian was great.
oh yeah.
Or I thought it was.
And we have another season coming up of that also. And but they were talking about like a Luke Skywalker show.
I heard about that too.
Yeah,
that would be sweet.
and you know, and then of course, you know, the conversation always, you know, leans towards, you know, how in the last three movies they pretty much ruined it.
Yeah.
It was like they, you know, write themselves in a corner and then just kill people and then, you know, keep moving from there. But anyway, it was it was so funny that as you guys know, in Not Your Kid's Toy Group, George 3D prints a lot of stuff. Well, Cameron had given me something to bring to George because he had purchased this online off of like Etsy.
Mm-hmm.
And what it's supposed to be is it's supposed to be a 6-inch scale donkey from the Bad Batch. So, you know, he has his legs, and how I imagine this is supposed to work is, you know, like the legs would go through, probably rest about right there.
You would think.
And then
Oh,
that's
you
right,
let
it's
me
just plastic. And then, like, you know, these would go in
to peg
and
the top in.
he has and the guy had a printed faceplate,
Mhm.
you know, for Donkey here. I'm sure, you know, probably you could get maybe different faceplates. Well, it was the funny part about it, as I grab this little thing. So literally this person online took his money. Okay, so these right here, the legs are nowhere near the size to fit into the thing.
Oh my god.
So yeah, so I don't know if you could show it to the camera better, and then
oh geez, dude.
same thing, you know. So so the legs are supposed to like go through there, you know, obviously rest, you know, on his little leg because it has this little, you know, the little, you know, gonky anklet thing there, and then, you know, I'm sure the top of it's supposed to attach onto the head. Well, these guys print such crap. He doesn't even scale anything correctly. So, you know, obviously, you know, if you've heard about, you know, George talking about 3D printing, you know, this is a hollow piece. You're not able to sit here and like, you know, like make this smaller to try to fit in there,
dude. That is horrible.
And if you try to drill this thing
it's gonna
out,
blow apart.
Yeah, if you try to drill this thing out, it's just gonna split to
apart.
pieces.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Because that's hollow as well.
Here's the funniest part: the donkey face.
Too big.
Doesn't even fucking fit on the you know, it's like just sized wrong enough where it
won't even snap
doesn't
in.
fit. Yeah, you know, and you know, obviously, you know, George does a lot of big custom projects, and you know, sometimes, you know, you see a guy online that's selling something simple like this for $20, and you think, hey, that'd be cool. I'm gonna buy this guy and put them together and throw them with my Bad Batch figures, and you end up getting screwed. So what he gave it to me to give to George, and George is going to basically redesign this for him, and essentially fix it, whether it's the, you know, the print or whatever. But yeah, I mean, it came with a couple little, you know, accessories and stuff. And like I said, obviously the guy that did this, you know, like the little circles that are supposed to fit in here that doesn't even fit in there.
Get
you
the
know,
fuck
I mean,
out of
it's
here.
just, yeah. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, just, you know, it's essentially garbage because, you know, it doesn't look like anything when you set it on the shelf. I mean,
that is so fucking just.
Yeah. And of course, you know, he didn't want to. I'm not going to say who the seller was on Etsy, but you know, he
local.
No, I don't think so. And he reached out to him, and because he didn't want, you know, I mean, Cameron, he didn't want to dog his rating and stuff. So he reached out to him, was like, you know, dude, what the hell, you know, like you literally pulled this off of your printer and didn't even check it to make sure it was. I mean, it was just stuff like that was ridiculous. So, but again, like I said, you know, I mean, George gets a kick out of that because we all know how detailed
Burton,
he is.
You're not local.
You know,
I wish you were, dude.
How detailed he is with his prints and stuff, and it's just funny, just the different level of stuff that you see out there. I mean, you know, here, you know, a big, you know, pile of junk, you know, it's garbage.
$20 wasted.
Yeah, you know, and but yeah, again, not your kids' toy group. If you guys need any 3D print stuff,
George has
George Harvey.
Yeah, he has some exclusive items out at the Fandom Iconic Outpost too.
Yep. I bought one of those in Captain Crafty's
charity auction.
The charity auction, yeah. I got the hair dryer.
Yeah,
you know,
well, I
G.I.
bought the
Joe.
first one out there because
yeah,
I
that's
made
cool,
Dave.
isn't it?
I made Dave sell it to me. He wasn't selling stuff yet, and I'm like, I'm going home with this, and I gave him the money. Oh, Bert, that was supposed to be Gonky from the Bad Batch.
Gonky, the robot from the
Power
Bad
Droid.
Batch, yeah.
But-
The little garbage can guy, you know, I
Yeah.
mean, I guess would be the better description of and of course the Bad Batch was a basic, you know, Gonky,
Yeah.
not like one of the more, you know, like
Elaborate
you know,
ones.
elaborate Gonkies that you see in the, you know, in the movies and stuff. But yeah, it was supposed to be just a real simple little you know, thing to throw on your shelf. I'm sure you know, maybe custom paint it a little bit, you know, put it up there,
Sand it down a little bit.
blend it in with your figures. It's all, you know, when you display your stuff, it's nice to have something unique when somebody walks in your collection and goes, oh wow, where'd you get that at? You know, and you know, again, it's something custom that nobody else out there has. But yeah, it's just well, you know, it's a prime, you know, I see this stuff all the time. Just a prime example of some crap some guy's selling online, and
then,
you know, just because he's a good price doesn't mean it's going to be a good product.
Exactly.
You know?
You get what you pay for. I'm a firm believer in that. I'm going to push this.
Yes, this was not the droid we were looking for.
Yeah. Push this back just a little bit.
It would have been
There we
it would have been nicer if actually would have, even if you would have gone together and not really been to scale. I mean, still
that's
it would have
different.
been something.
Yeah,
like
but it won't even fit together.
The crap doesn't even fit together. Yeah, it's completely unusable. You know, like I said, there's no way to, you know, machine or fix that or try to make it better. You got all the belts out tonight, huh?
Oh, these are the 4 I've picked up in the past 2 days. Well, and speaking of, I drove to or flew to Boston, and Dick slapped John Cena and took all the yen that was in his pocket and took that bitch from him. Yeah. He said he was going to tell Mao or some shit on me. I don't know what the fuck that even means. I'm just like, what?
What's funny is like it's weighted so poorly that they.
Yeah, well, they're all that way. If you hold it, like I took a picture earlier, it'll come to rest. So if you're holding it like over your shoulder,
I got you.
Up, yeah.
You know, so that
You got to line up weighted that way.
Right.
But yeah, they've all been that way. But you know, they're WWE ones. So.
They're heavy too.
Yeah. And then the European title. Check this one out.
Oh, that's some good weight to it.
Oh yeah, that's probably one of my favorite ones I picked up recently. I tried to buy one a few months back. A guy had one for sale, and before I could get it, somebody else had got it, but I grabbed that one yesterday. So, oh, that's mine.
Where do you? Let's see. These are
WWE.
official.
Oh yeah, I don't like the garbage
replica.
stuff. Yeah,
this isn't something you'd find on the shelf at Target or Walmart. There are people there. I'm sure that this.
I only have one. I have a Target WWE belt, but that's a real one. There, check that one out. That big one.
This one right here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this one's heavy.
Oh yeah. Compared to my other one.
Well, they got the plastic ones.
Yeah, I mean, I have the plastic one.
Yeah, this
acrylic.
is all,
don't even call it plastic. It's acrylic.
It's have like snaps on them.
Oh yeah, real
heavy weighted. See the authenticity in the.
Only authentic. Parts for Jawa Crawler. What, a vintage one? I'm sure George can find some prints for what parts you need. Battery cover.
Hit them up in the group.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not in there,
Burton's Burton's in California.
Well, he ships all over the United States.
Yeah, I'll direct message you his information, Burton.
Just
I'm sure he
can in the group.
Yeah.
So once you get in there,
you guys are letting people national in now, right?
Yeah,
Burton. It's a
we've opened it up.
A toy group that's local here. It's him and George's group.
He ships all over the United States. Yeah, not your kids' toy group. Just jump in there, answer the membership questions, or else George won't let you in. And then, from there you're fine. Pretty much, just you can put a post in the group, reach out, private message, whatever. He posts a lot of stuff up in there. And
you're already in there, George or Burton?
Oh,
okay,
perfect. Yeah. Just shoot him a message or put a post up in the group.
Yeah, I'm sure he can find what parts you're missing. I need a Jawa sand crawler myself, vintage radio
He's
controller.
he's taken on some special projects like that for people. There was a guy that had a very expensive, large. I mean, this was like one of those Millennium Falcons that were like huge, and he was missing the satellite.
Legacy.
He was missing the satellite on top, and George actually custom made him satellite to scale for that particular piece. It was just a one and done job, which are a little bit more expensive because you're not mass producing something, and it's something that's completely custom. But he wasn't going to go out and spend I forget how many hundreds of dollars it was.
Yeah, those legacy Falcons get pricey.
Well, and that's just for the little piece.
Yeah,
I'm
glad you got your cheese back on your cracker, Burton. You had me worried there for a while, buddy.
Yeah, so I've been I went from Medina to Canton, back up here.
Now back to Medina.
Smoking this green crack all day.
Yeah, Dave is one I can blame for my AEW wrestling figure thing now. In 1 week, did you see how many I've purchased in a week? I fucking hate you, dude. I fucking hate you.
I told you I'd come over tonight so I could check out to see how many more you had.
I didn't. They're in bags up there, just sitting all over the place. I didn't even, because I'm going to try to put them in order per series.
I brought some figures for Matthew Higgins, but I don't think he's going to make it out.
He's not. He messaged me hours ago. Cut up some brisket. It's already cut up.
You got brisket?
Yeah, it's in the fridge. I can bring it out. Nobody showed up, so I didn't bring any food out. If you're hungry, I'll bring food out.
Let's cook some brisket.
It's already cooked.
Oh.
Yeah, I made it. I smoked it.
Even better.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Smoked brisket? Hell yeah.
I'll go get some here in a few.
Just bring me a fork.
And a bowl of brisket.
Trying to hide all the brisket inside, huh?
No. For the crawler. Oh, I meant to droid there with the unfittable for the crawler dio. Oh, just having parts. I get it. Yeah. I mean, that's all that's any good for now.
But the problem is like the way it's assembled, so like, Gonk, if you saw him destroyed, he wouldn't have a leg that was like, the length of his body.
Well, true. But you could probably glue the top and bottom together, get some little wires,
but you'd have to come up with a different faceplate.
Yeah. Well, what I would do is shave off the nubbin in the back,
right,
and then just drill little wires like the faceplate's falling off.
The only other I think you do is if you cut, the ankles off and then just like glued them to the bottom and then took us like top and put them on the ground or something. I mean,
that's so janky.
I mean, it's a great idea.
No, but this is just so janky.
How the hell does somebody print this and
not test fit it before you send it out?
Not even, yeah.
I know it's only $20, but whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure when people see it, they understand the garbage can robot.
Yeah,
and then of course, his legs are supposed to. This is. Yeah, I'm sure you could cut that and probably glue those, but
that defeats the whole purpose of it pegging together like that.
Now you got to completely customize.
Yeah, what's the point?
Some customized piece that you bought, and it's
I have jerky and slaw. Don't tell Fever. We went to KFC.
Jerky.
Yep, make lemonade out of BS. I agree. I mean, you probably. If the guy gave you your $20 back, it'd be worth dicking around.
I didn't ask him what the details of his deal was. He just basically said he didn't want to trash the guy's rating, so he reached out to him. He didn't actually tell me what the outcome was, just simply that he wanted me to give this to George to basically, take the design and actually make one that was, correct.
Triple H threatened earlier, you missed it, to run me over with his wheelchair.
Wheelchair?
Yeah, he was going to break out a wheelchair and run me over with it. I told him I was going to bend his boomsticks.
You put him back in that wheelchair, probably, right?
He's going to need one of those ones that fucking Captain Pike had, dude. It'd be running around like Stephen Hawking, all fucked up. I'm not making fun of Stephen Hawking. I'm making fun of what Chaz is going to be like, trying to do this and controlling that motherfucker with his mouth, breathing into it to drive around.
He's smart enough to be able to figure out how to use the wheelchair correctly?
Probably not. I would give him severe brain damage.
I would think you'd probably have to.
He'd be like Pike. It'd be like
have a little set of
yes and no lights on the front of it.
Up is forward, down is back, or you give him like the reverse joystick and have some fun with it.
He likes
if you're on a plane.
He likes the Undertaker's joystick, dude. He's all about him. Likes to jump up and down on his joystick.
Has this dude ever been on the show? I always hear you. Yeah,
he's been a couple times.
Oh, okay. I always hear you talking about him, but
my cousin. He bailed out of chat already.
Wasn't he the one that was supposed to come get one of these belts over here?
Supposedly. He's saving all his energy for tomorrow night for Fever After Dark. He goes ghost for weeks at a time with me. Goddamn, you turn on Jen's show. Oh, he's right there. First motherfucker in there.
Hey.
Yeah, that's the guy. That's the guy.
Here, everybody.
Yeah, I told him the story after I got I dick slapped John Cena and beat him with a steak tip sandwich and took his. I took the yen out of his pocket, out of his billfold, and had to change it in to fly back from Logan. He was speaking Chinese as I was beating him. It was sort of scary.
Huh. As far as you even saw him.
Who, John Cena? Oh, I snuck up on him. He wasn't worth walking up to face to face. He didn't deserve it.
You John Cena.
I did. He can't see me. Hit him with a steak tip sandwich. Oh, yeah, Burton. He's all about fever. He got the fever for fever.
Uh-oh. Well, I'm sure if you guys are in the group, and you're on the Phantom Iconic, Facebook, Facebook. Chat group, you see a lot of interesting pictures.
Nice, but Junior always watching. Don't lie to me, Triple H. Don't lie to me, Triple H.
Well, hanging on the news feed. Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, she does have some the little hot,
outfits,
things that gets posted. But
yeah,
I always
or lack of outfits.
I always wondered, because every time she sat down, the views always goes up.
Yeah, I know. Fever, I need you. Yeah, Triple H.
All of a sudden, people wake up. They're on the chat. They're back in the game.
Triple H said earlier that he would let the Undertaker finger pop his asshole. That was weird.
Interesting.
Right, Chaz? You remember that? I remember it. We can roll it back. We got it. So I thought that was bizarre.
We'll scroll back and look at the chat.
Yeah, he said he would allow that, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, look, it says scroll back on that chat right there.
Finger pop asshole.
Wow.
Bizarre. I mean, I'm not judging.
Unbelievably gay for the Undertaker.
Well, I'm not a big fan of the Undertaker. Chaz, on the other hand, has a framed autographed T-shirt, autographed by him and Paul Bearer, both. Right?
I just read an article about a guy that had a sports or one of those sports memorabilia shops that always has tons of autographs. That every single autograph in the place was forged by the owner.
Oh,
crazy.
We were talking about that earlier. I'm not an autograph collector,
so I'm sure unless he actually had Undertaker sign it, I'm sure.
No, he did.
It was just some.
No, when we were. What year was that? We were kids when it happened.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, they went to where was it? Taz, Super Kmart.
Have it from your childhood and stuff.
Oh, I'd let Triple H finger pop my asshole for sure, dude. He's my favorite. I mean, I don't swing that way, but for him, I would. I mean, it's cool.
Are you going to that thing in Lorraine tomorrow?
No, we're going to Litchfield in the morning.
Oh,
that comic expo in Lorraine. Yeah.
Let me know if there's any good handguns for sale.
Oh, we don't talk about those on here. I don't want us to get knocked for talking about said things.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Well,
but I will.
But if you could,
yes.
You literally walk. If you ever wanted to know how easy it was to buy,
it's the way it should be.
You just walk into the.
My wife
flea market.
Rhonda.
The guy sells all the one guy sells all those handguns like 50 like under cost of what he sells them in the store. Yep. Cash right there. You don't even pay tax on it. Right, it's a
Super Kmart. What year was that, Chaz? I remember when they went and did
Surprised
this.
you're going out to Litchfield. Is there anything supposed to be going on out there? I mean,
No,
that's
just the
actually
flea
right by
market.
my house.
I know.
I usually skip it because
I like Litchfield though. Me and Rhonda both like it. We find things there.
it
But you
depends
know
what
me,
you're
I
looking
collect
for.
weird shit. It's not about like the only modern toy I'm collecting now is AEW wrestling action figures. What year was that at Super Kmart, Chaz? But yeah, they had the Undertaker and Paul Bearer, and I can't remember now. He waited in line for hours.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah, this was back in the early '90s, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, that's like even Toy Hio. I mean,
Oh yeah, they go crazy.
Yeah, that's
The only one I'm going. I was talking about it
cool
earlier.
wrestlers out there. I mean,
Sabu.
you should see how many people are in line to get the autographs and
it's crazy
and the custom stuff. I mean, or the photos.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see Sabu.
They bring action figures, all sorts of stuff.
Well, I'm looking for something cool Sabu to get autographed. I have an ECW belt, but it's not a real one. Like in my collection now, I have 15 titles. One of them's up for sale, which Corey is supposed to buy.
He said Super Kmart.
Yeah, that's where it was. Super Kmart. 96. Okay, I thought it was earlier than that. Yeah. But yeah, he got it autographed in person. I mean, he fucking nutted in his pants, the whole 9 yards.
That's cool.
Undertaker gave him fucking baby white, told him to clean himself up. And he's like,
I went to.
I just lost my.
Well, they what was it? Was it NECA that just did like the Flash Gordon figures and stuff?
Yes, the Defenders of the Universe ones. Yes.
Yeah, and had I had a Flash Gordon figure, when I saw Flash Gordon, I would have definitely had him.
I heard he was an asshole too, though. Sam Jones.
No, he's actually a really cool guy.
Oh, I've heard. Well,
oh my God, like no.
So Mike Rogers told me to do was a fucking cunt.
No. So I went to Renegade Toys.
That's where Mike Rogers seen him.
No. He was super cool. There was people like that actually like one dude was like almost talking shit. Renegade Toys is in
North Lima.
Yeah.
I've yet to been to Jim's store.
Yeah, North Lima, and really nice store, and tons of vintage stuff and everything in between. But I was with my brother-in-law. We were I think we had to meet up with somebody in the area, and so we stopped there, and they happened to be doing Flash Gordon, and so he came in and he kind of introduced himself. You understand? I mean, he is like a reinvigorated personality because of the movie.
Yeah.
And
I mean, that's the thing.
And he even
Sam Jones had did like a couple of adult films. He did Flash Gordon, and then the next thing he did, to my knowledge, was 2 episodes of the A-Team.
He did, yeah. Okay,
two-parter on the
yeah. And he did a lot of like small roles like that, like throughout the rest of his career. But it was so interesting. So he comes in, and the one thing that I thought was funny was I think he looks at Jim and he goes, "Yeah, I was listening to this radio station," and he rattles off some radio station that he must have been like streaming on his mobile device while he's driving. He was like, "Yeah, they had some really good music. If you could put that on, that'd be great." And like, I kind of like laughed because I was like, "Oh yeah, it was like little like princess moment. Like, hey, go find that radio station I really like and put it on so I can listen to it in the background in the middle of this." But he came in and he talked about, living in the public eye, and the different stages of it. And then, of course, the different stages of his career. And he even had like a little like witty story about how somebody mistook him for a different celebrity. And he was like, the guy was like, "Give me your autograph." And he was like, "Well, I'm not who you're saying I am, so I can't sign that name." And the person demanding the autograph kept demanding that he sign whatever it was, So he obliged, but then the story was, he reached out to that particular celebrity and said, "Hey, I just want to let you know, like this guy, I signed something for him, And the guy messaged him back. He goes, "Yeah, I sign stuff in your name all the time, you know, LOL sort of thing."
Oh,
And
okay.
so, I mean, and then he also talked about, but like his story basically talked about how you still have to, you know, have patience with people and you have to be polite to people. And regardless of whether you were famous a year ago, 10 years ago, or 30 years ago, you're still a public figure. And you always have to conduct yourself in public as that public figure. And so it was like very interesting to like, and um, he talked about um, oh shit getting contacted to do the movie and what's the family guy's name?
Seth MacFarlane.
Seth MacFarlane.
That's
Seth,
what got him back in the
and-
public eye.
Yeah, and he talked about how he said just he gets a call one day, Seth MacFarlane. He goes, "Hey, you know, I'm you know, I was a huge fan of yours as a childhood. You're, you know,
That's-
definitely an iconic figure, you know, in a big part of my childhood. And I'm doing this movie, and it has a very big Flash Gordon vibe, and I, you know, I was interested if you were interested, you know, in coming on." And of course he did the movie, and you know, and I'm sure what's the movie called? It's Ted, yeah,
Yep.
the bear or whatever, yeah, with Mark Wahlberg, and it's a hilarious movie.
I don't know if I beat up Mark Wahlberg or John Cena. I can't tell them apart.
But yeah, I mean, it was like it was very interesting. But I will tell you, when he did start, and probably what people refer to as like he had very weird verbiage when it came to how much he was charging for autographs.
I don't know what mood he was in.
And like no, just like verbiage. It was just how he worded it. He worded it to where it kind of like kept you guessing, and then he was visibly annoyed that when every single person in line asked him to like repeat himself because they were still couldn't like because he was like, oh yeah, it's like he didn't just say like, okay, the first autograph's 50 and every autograph after that's 10. He was like you dip your toe in the water once for 50 and then every time after that it's $10. And people are like, what are you talking about?
Well, I got it right off the rip.
Yeah. I mean, you know, some people, you know, like obviously I got, you know, some people got the innuendo, some people didn't, some people kind of made fun of it because he, you know, whatever. I mean, it was just the way he said. And then like there was somebody in there that was like visibly like being a dick to him. And then like literally like threw the door open when they walked out and they're like, "Boy, Flash Gordon." I mean, it was like probably one of the most like asshole things like I've ever seen. I mean, just, you know, I guess the idea that whoever this guy was, his attitude was like, you know, my life's way better than yours and fuck you. And I mean, and it was kind of apparent that he might have known Jim and, you know, the owner of the store, and all the guys in there were really nice. And this
He didn't have long hair, did he?
I know, I have no idea. I mean, I didn't really pay attention to what the guy looked like and stuff. I mean, you see a group of people once or twice, you know, it's like whatever, man. It's like, but again, like I said, it was definitely like a weird, like I felt like the guy had like something, he had crossed paths with Flash Gordon in the past and something had happened or so. I don't even know. I mean, it
could have been anything.
It was what it was. He could have been a little boy and he didn't get his autograph from Flash Gordon and he cried and wet his pants and, you know, for 3 weeks straight. I mean, I don't know.
Sure, like when Chester nutted when he got the autograph.
Exactly.
I mean, it happened.
I mean, it was. I don't know what the guy's problem with Flash Gordon was, but yeah, he and you could tell it did shift his almost his just for a little bit. But again, like I said, when you have those like micro signings is what they are, those guys show up and you have like a line of people that come in and like, I'm sure most of it is just them sitting there for like another hour or two, you know? And I mean, it's like, because it was like a 3-pack deal, like, you know, like 3 guys went together, like I think Clifton down in Canton, Happy Pappies, and then
Clifton's a great dude,
right? Yeah,
too.
Renegade Toys, and then there was another place. They the 3 of them.
Oh, here in Cleveland, the B&L or North Coast Nostalgia.
Yeah, and the 3 of them got together. So you know, it's like again, I'm sure if you're in North Lima, it's easier than
Lima, not Lima.
Lima. It's easier than going to Cleveland,
Yeah.
and or if you're in Canton, it's not it's a lot more convenient, and it's a nice thing that these guys do to bring these personalities and but I even again like I said I didn't pay for his autograph, but it was still an experience to go in there and listen to the guy talk, and I thought he was being very genuine for a lot of what it was,
Dude.
and a lot of what it is he's showing up to sign maybe a dozen autographs for people. I mean, it's not like there's 100 people standing in line waiting to get his signature, but again, like I said, these guys they'll probably keeps them busy.
Yeah, I mean,
2-3 micro signings for a little fee. You're here this afternoon, there that afternoon.
We went and seen, Rhonda is quite a bit younger than me. We went and seen Ted in the theater.
Ooh, Robin the Cradle.
Yeah, okay.
How much younger is she?
More than 10 years, less than 20. Anywho, way less than 20. I think it's 13 years.
I'm listening. I'm just grabbing another beer.
We went and seen Ted.
On the grill?
I just fired it up so I can bring that mac out.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring the mac and cheese out. Sorry. I did it from my phone.
I'll move
I did it from my phone. You didn't even see me do it from my phone.
Are you serious?
Yeah, dude, you gotta buy one of those. Look. That's gonna power back up. But I turned it up to 230 so we can
it even says the temperature.
Yeah, everything. I can set the probes, I'm charging it, prime it, and pour some more chips into it.
Nice.
I'm gonna go grab that mac and cheese, but Flash Gordon, as Chaz will tell you, George, my cousin Jay, that's my Star Wars. That one particular.
Have you ever met him?
No.
Oh, I can't.
That's what I'm saying.
You didn't go.
I don't
you
do
didn't
that.
Go to
I don't do that. But when we went and seen Ted,
I thought it was still cool. Just even though I didn't get anything signed, it was still cool to show up and listen to him talk and stuff.
We went and seen Ted in the theater, dude, and I lost my mind. I lost my mind. Yeah, I'm like, whoa, and I don't even do that shit, when I'm watching movies or whatever. But I'm like, whoa, like I'm that guy that you're like, who the fuck is that fat motherfucker in the background?
Every single kid that's even close to our age watched Flash Gordon, new Flash Gordon,
and loved it.
Absolutely.
I would run into Sid Haig. Love Sid Haig too. One of my favorite movies, Burton, going back to Sid Haig, is the figure eight racetrack movie. Oh my God, I got it on VHS. Burton will know. Young Sid Haig from A House of a Thousand Corpses and everything.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's 61, 62. Is it figure eight or something it's called?
But yeah, again, like I said, even though I didn't get Flash's autograph, it was still cool to sit there and listen to everything that he said. And I'm sure if you're anybody that would be picked out in the crowd, that you probably do get an amount of people that either heckle you or try to get a reaction out of you from whatever reason.
Funny story about that. My brother Josh, I don't know if when he was in town, did you meet him?
I don't think so. Okay,
he was stationed in Texas at the time when they were filming that movie, The New Guy, and got threw out of the mall because I personally love Vanilla Ice. Josh is not a fan. He kept screaming,
Vanilla Ice? Are you serious?
He hated him.
He heckled Vanilla Ice?
He kept rice, gravy, and they put him out of the mall.
I mean, that is funny. I mean,
Mark Goddard.
Goddard. He was actually heckling him.
For real. Being mean.
But it was made to be funny. It's like you're at a baseball game.
Josh was
and you're heckling Albert.
No, he was being
Albert
mean.
Bell,
He hated
or Joey
I
Bell
used to heckle everybody.
Yeah,
dude. Back in the day, we'd go to see Cavs games. Reggie Miller tried to get after me.
The guy that walked out of the store, he wasn't heckling him. He just
was being mean.
He just threw the door open and said something cocky and walked out. Like I said, he just threw Flash some shade real quick. That's all it really was. But like I said, obviously that guy had some deep-seated problems.
Mark Goddard from Lost in Space. Okay, you met him too, Chaz? Did you let him finger pop your asshole?
Flash Gordon's probably the most famous person I've actually ever.
Got a picture of me and Jerry only on stage from the Misfits. Peabody's 1998 or 9. I can't remember.
But I'm not like I don't know. I'm not like a big starstruck person.
Me
You know,
either.
I could probably be at the gas station and name an actor would be there, and I probably wouldn't even recognize them
Care.
because I'm like in my own mindset of like, okay, like this is what I want to drink. Let's see if they have this snack here or something.
Well, that's the thing. I've been around said people.
Don't let the crackhead see you paying in cash.
Yeah. Like Scott Wilson, who's now dead from Walking Dead. We were down at the Wizard World, and he's seen I was wearing a WVU beanie,
Yeah.
and he called me over. I have the comics in there. He signed for Rhonda. His
Oh,
handlers were losing their minds.
He jumped the line in front of
No, he just like, hey, come here.
Yeah.
He went to WVU and he wanted to start talking because there's all kinds of floods in West Virginia at the time. And he's asking about, is your people down there okay? Like some hillbilly. I'm like, oh yeah, everything's. My family's still there. Is down, below Charleston there in Whitesville, and
If you guys don't know, everybody from West Virginia is related. So,
and if we ain't, we are by marriage and probably blood. Me and George Harvey are brothers, third cousins, and second cousins twice removed. So his family's from down there too.
It's not really like a family tree; it's like a bush.
And no, it's more like a telephone pole. It goes straight the fuck up. Incest is the best. I've said that before.
Rocket Man.
Yeah, I gave Dave one of those. You say not your kids.
Yeah, not your kids' sticker.
I
was
like
seeing the stickers.
Yeah, I got a bunch of stickers on my.
You're only allowed to mention mac and cheese 3 times before you actually go
I'll get it. I promise. I'm gonna get
one more.
I'm gonna smoke that shit. It's already cooked though. You gotta diffuse that.
Another bottle is my ashtray.
You can put that.
But then you got to reach across.
That's all right.
And the wind's blowing this way, so
yeah.
That way you're not putting ash on top of it.
Tried this tonight.
We don't want any of the.
It's all right. It was Jim Beam, basically.
As a cork.
Yeah, that's the only reason I bought it, and I didn't read the back. See, it was Jim Beam. So I'm not a fan of them or Jack Daniels. They're garbage. It's okay. Would I buy it again? No. I reviewed it already. Yeah, Jim told me when
brewed in Kentucky.
It's by Jim Beam Distilleries. They just screen filter it. That's why you'd smell it. Even if you don't taste it, just smell it. Oh, taste it. When Chaz, he had let me get this right, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, right, Chaz? Jim Tomey autographed everything for this dude when he was in the hospital.
It tastes like bean,
but
it has like an afterburn. That's very weird.
Yeah, but it's not bad. Would I buy it again? No. What? Don't get drunk.
Mix it with some water. Or some ice.
Well, I had it with ice earlier. Well, don't get drunk. We'll just set my bourbon shelf. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Should I have worn a mask before I did that?
I don't know. Why? Did somebody say something?
No, I'm just joking.
Oh. I'm anti-mask. I'm anti-vax. But I'm pro-America. We touched on that earlier. Where were you on September 11th, 2001? I can tell you where I was.
September 11th. September 11th, 2001. I was 21 for a month and a half at that point.
I was 20.
I was going to Akron U, and I had like 2 classes that were very early in the morning, then a little bit of a break, and then like a ton of class in the afternoon. So I had probably gone out for again a month and a half being 21. So we probably went out every night. So it was a planned. I was going to sleep in, not go to class.
You said to call you. You all right? Oh, and he called you. All right, go fuck yourself.
What was that?
Well, he said, look, it goes, yep, and call me. What would you think? That was Chaz. Triple H. He goes, yep, and call me. What would you do?
What was his
Call.
problem?
Nothing. The
Oh.
Jim Tomey calling. Sorry, Chaz.
I got you.
We interrupted Dave's story
So-
because I thought something was wrong.
So anyway, I had gone out partying the night before and planned to sleep at now. 01. I had just turned. So I had just moved back into my parents' house. Okay, I was commuting to Akron U. So I knew my dad lived like 10 minutes from work, like 10 minutes from the house. So I knew that as long as I got up, they were paying for my college at the time. I knew that as long as I got up and got out of the house before he got home for lunch, that they had no idea that I skipped my first 2 morning classes.
All in America can you pay for an education and skip class. Go ahead. I love it. America.
So, again, it was a plan, So I couldn't even tell you what time it was in the morning. The door of my bedroom just thrown open, and to the point I sat up in my bed. And I looked at my father, and he had every emotion I've never seen that look on his face ever in my life, nor have I ever seen it again. And it was the emotion was, he was mad, he was relieved, he was distraught. I mean, he was confused. I mean, just every single, and to see that in your father, I was like, so the first thing, he didn't even say nothing. And he threw the door open, I sat up and I looked at him, I see his face and I said, what's wrong? And he goes, what the hell are you doing here? And I said, I slept in. And he says, and I looked at him again and I said, what's wrong? And he said, we're under attack.
Yeah.
And I said, what? And so I immediately got up, went and turned the TV on. So he was at work, and obviously at this, now I know that the polymer building in Akron U was considered a high-risk target.
Yeah.
So when the plane that went down in Pennsylvania was pinged on the Cleveland radar, they automatically went, where is any high priority targets that this plane could hit, and obviously Akron U was one of them. So at the place that he worked at, this is 2001. Okay, nobody that worked at this place had a cell phone, so the office was flooded with workers coming in that they needed to call their kids. So he thought, I'm just going to race home, call David from the house and say, get out of Akron U, get home now. And obviously, that's where I saw the emotion on his face, because he drove down the road and then the road crests and then the hill goes down and then you saw the house. So he had driven for 9 minutes and 39 seconds thinking, I got to get home. I got to get home. I got to get home. And then he crested that hill and saw my vehicle right there in the driveway. And so again, I can only imagine what was going through his head. And that's probably where I saw the relief and in his face and stuff, and he was mad that I skipped class, but he, at the same time, he was like, thank God you're here, and I forget, I think he went back to work. They went about their day. I think my mom, was teaching at the time. She, I have no idea what was going on. And then my cousin called me, and and I went over to his place, and then we spent the next 2 days in his basement apartment, glued to the TV, watching everything that happened. It was a huge. I mean, I couldn't even tell you the impact that it made on society today. Even how we. But a lot of things, it just, if anything, okay, we talk about COVID-19, what does that teach us? Okay, wash your hands after you go to the bathroom.
That's all you got to do.
Don't go out, don't go out in public if you're sick, stuff simple things like that. 9/11, if you see anybody mine and Buddy's age, when we sit down, anywhere we sit down at a restaurant, the first thing we're doing is we're looking at everybody that's in there. We're looking to see where the exits are, and then we're looking to see what sort of, like who, how if you're positioned here, what action would you take if something were to happen? And that was, obviously, something kind of like fucked up to, because up until that moment, like the United States was untouchable, and then
Yeah,
all of a
I
sudden
mean,
there was the threat of, if this big event could happen, what else could happen? A guy could walk into a bar and and try to stab people. A
and
guy
it's
could
happened since.
he could say he has a bomb. I mean, there's all sorts of, and some of it is brought on by Americans too, like walk in the movie theater and start executing people. I mean, I just, I mean, stuff like that is, I mean, that's just, like I said, I mean, they say for fire reasons when you get in the movie theater, like keep your eye on the exits. But like I said, I mean, it's still the same thing. You walk in, you always have it in the back of your mind, like, how am I getting out of this place? Like, what is the path that
Immediate
what's the path?
egress.
What's the path I'm taking to this exit? And that's just something I think that's always been embedded in our minds because we lived through the transition of that experience. And that was, what do you got there?
Cracking.
Oh,
Yes.
but yeah, always a very somber thing. You know, again, it's just, you know, you see things, little things where people try to poke fun and make fun of, the events of what happened. I mean, okay, has it been long enough? Is it funny yet? No, it's not funny. I mean, I don't, when I see any of the little memes on, 9/11, oh, it's a boy, like the smoke's blue coming up from the tower and
Well,
different things like that. It's just,
that
it's not funny.
I'll
It's just,
address that here in a minute because I talked to Chaz
can't see
about
the
this,
chat.
Alan, recently with Chaz of all people. I know I was in Charlotte. I had just got stationed at Fort Bragg.
This is on 9/11.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is over in Fayetteville. I was working my civilian job in Charlotte. There was no Charlotte radio stations at that time. I can bring you a glass out too, and ice, whatever you
I'll
want.
drink out of the thing.
I'll drink out of it. So I had to. These are
We
the
shared a
days.
tomahawk. We can share a bottle.
Fuck yeah. So I would go on 98.5 NCX, which carried Howard Stern.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And listen to it in Charlotte because no station there carried it. So I would stream it. It was like, I don't know, 12, 15 minutes behind.
You could people would call the radio station and say, like, put me on hold so they can listen to like the radio. I mean, that's just,
so
when you think about technology now, like,
it's insane because of this where it comes in. So I'm listening to it and they're talking about, he's live when this is happening.
Right. You're a 15-minute delay at the.
Yeah. So he's talking about these things going off and, explosion. We're getting reports of this, we're reports of that. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what is this bit? I think it's a bit. All of a sudden, I have my alphanumeric pager on silent, not even on vibrate. It was a government issue one. So it's laying on my desk and I keep seeing it blink green. And I like pick it up. And the pager was about the size of this phone.
Right.
And I'm like, reading these messages, I'm like, what the fuck? And then the secretary runs in there and she goes, turn on TV, turn on TV. And it's about the time the second plane hits. And they're like, you have to come to base now.
I woke up. It had to have been like 20 minutes because I think that's when my dad left work, was when the second plane hit. Yeah. And they knew it wasn't, an accident.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, it was, so it took him 10 minutes to get home, 10 minutes for me to get up. It was 20 minutes later, I was on the TV, like, and there's so limited information as far as like what was going on. And
so I'm driving from Charlotte.
I mean, you see that video of President Bush.
Yeah.
Like he's sitting there reading to kindergarten students and they come up and they tell him and he's like, I mean, it's just and I'm sure as a public figure like the president, they teach you, to not display your emotions.
Yeah.
Like when you're in public and, you can see the confusion that goes across his face, like okay, until they then go
And
and
he's like,
pull him
"What?"
off the stage.
Yeah.
And like, okay, no, not not that it was funny or anything, but it was just
it was
one of those
moments.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
So I'm driving
I mean,
towards, I'm heading west, heading towards
everything we
Fayetteville,
ever heard about
and
that
all I
guy.
can hear is planes, F-15s, everything screaming over. There's like no traffic. Like when I get to base, I like pull up my military ID, and they're just like, go, 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 we're on lockdown. So getting back to planes going overhead. Last weekend, air show, totally forgot about it.
Yeah.
I'm down at the exchange. I told Chaz this story, and the whole building vibrates. I'm like, I'm standing there looking at video games, like, what the fuck just happened? So I'm like, okay, well, it's low flying plane. And then I get my car. I bought whatever Turbo Graphics game or whatever. Get my car.
Turbo Graphics 16.
Yeah, I bought a few games.
Bonk.
Bonk's Revenge. Actually, I bought last week. So I like get in my car, and I'm listening to the Sirius XM, and
Testies in the chat. Go ahead.
Testies in the chat. So I'm like, what the fuck? Another, like, I see an A10, a Warthog. I'm like, excuse me. I'm like, what is going off? I'm like having a panic attack. I'm like, whoa. So I turn off XM to like local 98.5, like the only like station I have programmed in. I'm like, playing music ain't interrupted anything. I get home and there's more planes fucking circling everything. I'm like, what is going off? And I talk to Chaz on the phone. I'm like, I just realized the air shows this weekend. I was like losing it because I see a fucking A10, right? The building vibrates. I fucking come out, see a fucking A10 low and slow. I'm like, what is going on?
They're looking for somebody.
Yeah, I'm like, what? Jesus Christ, dude.
I had a similar experience like that when I moved out to Kent, out to the farm.
Comment above is deleted. Testies in the chat. I'm confused.
There was Kent's secondary water tower was on the property. So also affixed to the water tower was like an air siren. So like if you ever hear anybody in Ohio go, like when you hear the siren go off, they go, well, we know it's Wednesday. Yeah, because apparently they test all these things on Wednesday. Yep. So I was woken up, like had the day off work, probably worked 6-7 days straight, sleeping in, woke up to hearing the air siren going off. And of course, what was them just releasing the pressure on the siren. So it wasn't like the emergency sounding one, but you could hear it. It was the sound of the siren. And so you're like, I like literally ran outside, was like, oh my God, what the fuck? And like,
I seen it, Dave, and it's LOL.
Called my cousin. It was like, the air raid sirens are going off. There's like nothing in the air. He goes, oh, it's Wednesday. And I was like, that was the first time I ever heard that. I was like, oh my God. Like
the things I was like, take for granted.
And every time after that I slept right. If I was off on a Wednesday and I would sleep right through it, but the reaction of anybody you had over at my place that happened to be there that time is like there was,
it was a different time.
Hey, baby, I got to go to work. Just, wake up and leave whenever you wake up. You get a phone call like, oh my God, like I'm in your basement. Like there's like these sirens going off. I'm like, yeah, it's Wednesday. Don't worry about it.
That motherfucker's like Aero Castro. Don't believe I've been in his basement. It's a menagerie.
Are you talking about my basement?
Yeah.
Somebody,
the menagerie.
There was a post going around that was like, if you had like 10 grand, what store would you go to? Somebody said Dave's basement. I laughed.
I was thinking about people being held prisoner. Aero Castro, bad joke, right? Too soon? Probably not.
I thought it was toy related.
Oh, it is. Well, yeah. Actually, he has a great basement.
I have a bunch of toys in my basement.
So I go in this basement before I go in the house real quick for a minute. I go in his basement. I'm like, okay, cool. We go in his house. There's like nothing upstairs. Me and Ron go in there. Normal looking house. I'm like, mine shit sitting everywhere. Clean, very tidy. the whole 9 yards.
Mostly photos of my niece.
Yeah. That's why Rhonda thought you had a kid.
Are you cooking?
Come on over, John. Okay, well, we're on the air, so come on over.
Macaroni and brisket.
Yeah. So we go in and we're like looking around, He's like, "Oh, come down here." Then you get downstairs. I mean, and then he's got all these turtles. I'm not even a turtles guy. I'm not. But I'm like, "Oh, that's cool. Well, that's really cool."
It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he's got a lot of stuff. And I'm like, you would go upstairs and not to insult you, think that a 40-year-old man lived there and his wife. It's decorated tastefully. It's not like me skulls and weird shit hanging everywhere.
It's very bland, neutral.
Yeah, very neutral. Very neutral.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Yeah, and then you go downstairs and you're like, oh, whoa, what's over here? And then like up the hallway, I'm like, oh, what is this? It's like, oh yeah, there's some turtle. He's so calm about it. He's like, oh yeah, and then this one, and oh yeah, this is some exclusive from whatever. And I'm like, okay, that's
the Shepherd East Rider, yeah.
Yeah, it's just weird shit he's pointing out, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Wall of Grails.
He said he would go shopping at your house, Dave.
Oh, Matthew. Oh shit. Hey, Matthew.
American Girl in the background.
Matthew, come over and have some brisket and mac and cheese, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab that mac and cheese and the brisket. Got to transfer it to a steel pan though.
Okay, so here is a photo of a section.
You're gonna entertain them for the 5-6 minutes I'm gonna be gone?
Yep.
Dave's got this.
I don't know if you guys can. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. All right, guys. I'm gonna jerk off for 7 minutes now.
No, it ain't gonna be that. But I'm gonna carry one belt in the house with me. You know what? They're upstairs. I bring my Triple H plates out and we can swap out the side plates.
Swap out the side plates and the belts?
Yeah, because I got the Triple H ones.
Should
I run upstairs and do that?
Yeah, as well? I didn't even know you could do that. Yeah, I'll be fine. I got my beer over here and I got the Kraken. Matthew, you'd have to come over and check out the collection. "7 minutes is forever." Collects Ed jokes. But if you come over, you got to see the gun collection first. First the gun collection, then the toy collection. It's always the order of operations. So what's everybody drinking tonight? You guys drinking? I've been hitting up these Yinglings, lager. Test Buddy's Kraken. If I puke on camera, don't tell anybody. That's actually really good. Wow. Watching Inspector Gadget 2 on Disney. Watch the show at the same time. Who's Ed? I think Ed the horse. Buddy's gonna come back. Get some brisket, some mac and cheese. Who the fuck is that? Yeah, I don't know where the mouse is, so I can't scroll. Oh, here we go. I can't scroll back and look at the comments. What's everybody drinking tonight? You guys drinking water, Pepsi, beer? How do you guys watch the show? Matthew Higgins says water for him. Bobby Harvey Jr. Seen the X-Men Dark Phoenix last week on Disney. Are you talking about the '90s Jim Lee cartoon? Somebody's calling Buddy's phone. Oh, well, let me answer it. Any new toy acquisitions? I just been working on the new TMNT that's out. I've opened up a couple of the Crush cards, or Crush Bubbles event cards. The little new retro ones that are coming out in Walmart. They're a little bit taller than the originals, so they kind of scaled them differently. Their heads look a little weird, but they have the weapons trees in them, which kind of displays real nice with some of the older figures. So I've been opening those up, uh, throwing them in with my vintage figures, little weapons tree, just a little display, make them look nice. And the old weapons trees complete are so hard to find. And been giving the extras to my niece, or the open figures, so she can play with them. She likes Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. She's almost 4, and the only thing I can say is she's seen everything I have in the basement and decided she likes them. So my brother-in-law uh, kind of got on the train and started buying her some figures. And when she comes over, she plays with my vintage Technodrome, Sewer Layer. I have like a car, that she TMNT car, like a more modern party wagon for her to play with, and she loves it. She she has a way of singing the song. I guess it's just the way young mind processes. She goes nut 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 Ninja Turtles, nut 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 Ninja Turtles. So that's her theme song to Uncle Dave's Ninja Turtles. It's fun. Proud uncle that I got her. Oh, we got some of the big dogs out. Tom Erickson, Starbucks coffee. Earlier, he had cherry vanilla Coke.
Fuck Starbucks. I'm anti-Starbucks, guys.
Cherry vanilla is a very good Coca-Cola flavor.
I used to be a big fan.
I'm not a big like fancy coffee drinker. Um, Mostly the type of coffee I drink is black. I don't even like to put like cream or sugar in it.
Well, Dave,
What you
black
got there?
coffee.
Oh, nice.
Since I carried it around with me all day. That's all that is, black coffee. And water bottles. Yeah, I got to boil the lids because they get funky.
I'll go and put I'll go put ice in my coffee at work so I can drink it a little bit faster. Yeah.
That's the same thing.
Years ago, I used to do a lot of the foo fun coffees.
Yeah, I still will. I try.
If it's like a treat or something, but like.
Well, I like the regular, like. Well, here, Duncan, this Americano.
I like.
Americano.
Let me put it this way: I like my coffee the way I like my women.
Black and cold,
bitter and disgusting.
Dude, I never. There's cups in there, or you can just take it to the head. I don't give a fuck. Mac and cheese and brisket I threw in a metal pan too, so we can heat it back up.
The Kraken.
Erectile dysfunction, Burton? No, sir.
That was the ad that they were talking about.
Oh, my wiener works great.
Have you ever met Tom Erickson before? Tom's a good guy. He's one of the.
I don't think so.
Have
we met Tom or no?
He's out from Youngstown. We met up quite a few times. He's in Not Your Kid's Toy Group. He's been the lucky winner of some of the nice waffle prizes.
Probably we can get you a can or a bottle. At least me and Dave will eat tonight. Pumpkin spice, Junebug. You're not a Karen, are you?
I mostly just smoke cigarettes and stare at the camera the whole time.
Oh, that's cool. X-Men, Dark Phoenix.
Asked everybody a couple times what they were drinking, but
any new toy acquisitions. Alan, all I got was belch. I know you were driving.
That's what. Yeah, Bobby was drinking. He had a pumpkin spice cappuccino.
Oh,
I used to. I mean, those are actually really easy to get. Is you just walk in, hit the button, and I used to get those like 50-50.
With half of it's a sweet and then the regular black cold that comes out. That's I would mix them.
Black coffee and then like half black coffee, half the cappuccino, whatever flavor. But
because the others are too sweet.
I would say, like, though, as a fall person, I'm more of a apple cider person than I am a pumpkin spice person.
He's saying the basic bitch. He's a high class bitch.
So I like apple cider. I like pretty much any. I mean, I like, but I would say I'm more of an apple cider guy than I am a pumpkin spice. If I had a choice between two beverages in the fall,
let me set this timer.
Pumpkin spice is good, but it's.
I can do all this from a phone, guys. In case we.
You set in the smoker?
Yeah, I'm setting it right now. That way we get an alarm.
I didn't even look at my Facebook before I got here. I have like 3,000 messages or notifications.
I get that every so often. Once again, I want to say fuck Dave and thank him for giving me something new to look for. I had told myself that I was only going to buy the Alan Darby figure or the Cody Rhodes LGN rubberized one. Like, those two.
Wesley.
Yes, he's a good friend. He was at our wedding.
I got a couple of figures. I'm going to meet up with him at the Lorraine comic show and comic and toy show tomorrow.
Yeah, Wes is a good dude, man. Solid dude.
Matthew Higgins, no problem, man.
Super solid dude. That's my homeboy.
Seems like got a lot of notifications from a different group. Oh yeah.
Are you in Toy World Order or no?
No, I don't think I'm in that
You
one
should
yet.
probably join. For anti-nonsense. Code Rhonda.
Uh-oh.
Hello.
Your phone was ringing while you were inside. I forgot to mention that.
Oh, you didn't mention that, Dave? The only people here is me and Dave.
Yeah, I tried to answer it, but I couldn't figure
I'm
it out.
eating up brisket and smoking that mac and cheese. So, yeah, well, Rhonda's bringing wings.
Oh, nice.
He says, "Oh, nice."
Awesome.
What is the flavor?
I don't care.
Teriyaki sriracha.
I hate teriyaki.
He hates teriyaki.
I'll still eat them
pulling
though.
around.
I'll still eat them though.
No, there was a silver car coming around.
I'll still eat them.
No, we're still doing it. We're about done now.
Still talking.
I know. Yeah, Ma.
New
Don't
AEW
start that
figures.
shit.
Where are the new AEW figures to come out?
New for. I got them upstairs. I ain't posted them yet, but I will. I got some here. All right, love you. I picked up. I ended up. I think Matt's gonna take the other. I bought two of the Chris Jericho's because one of Rhonda's
Oh, the Chris
co-workers.
Jericho. That was a nice figure. I
Yeah.
saw that in the store. I like that.
Tom,
the toy show tomorrow is I'll find it here. Is the Lorraine Comic and Toy Expo. It's at 300 Washington Avenue, Lorraine, Ohio.
Is that the Angel show again?
Yeah, it's a very the very
Angel.
small
I'm
show.
sorry, we already had plans. His first show was great. I thought.
Well, I'll be there. That's all that matters, right?
You didn't have a good time? I did. I found a few things.
We switched back and forth. You went to the first one. I'll go to the second one.
Redoing the X-Men movie again. I didn't hear about that, June.
The ring.
I do not have the AEW ring yet. I'm actually going to buy that. I haven't found it yet in the store. Since I'm collecting the figures, I'm going to leave it in the box. And I want the plastic belt. It's like 15, 20 bucks. But now that I'm actually actively looking for them, I can't find that fucking cheesy toy belt because I'm going to leave that on the card too.
That's how it happens.
Yeah, I know.
Well, the Lorraine show is a up and coming show in Ohio.
Oh yeah.
If I remember correctly, it was something that they spurred off of something that they used to do, and it's been steadily growing. It's not the biggest show that you go to, but the vendors that are there are very quality.
Yeah, they are.
I like to think of it as a small toy Ohio. So every time I go to these things, though, I have fun. Doesn't matter.
I always do too. No matter where I go, I have fun.
See people, have a fun time. Bobby says, I heard they're redoing the X-Men movie again.
Yeah.
Which one?
Yeah, I don't know. They're gonna those movies. I'll be honest with you. The best thing out of those movies is Hugh Jackman, Wolverine. Even though he's too tall, but I'm not gonna be that fanboy and hate because I'm not. That's the thing. I've accepted different versions of things. He's adjusting the camera. There we go. It's different. I prefer the First Class movies, those ones. me personally, of the X-Men movies, because the first 3 X-Men movies were pretty much okay at best. I wouldn't call them stone cold garbage, but they're okay.
It was like one of the things, like when you talk about Star Wars, you have different aspects of the universe and stuff. Same thing with X-Men. You have different storylines that happen all the time, and that's how I look at all that. I mean, Rogue was a badass in every in the '90s.
You mean Suki?
And then you go into the movies.
Yeah, and she's like this whiny.
Yeah. But at the same time, though, it's just a different universe. It's somebody else's story. They're all not going to match up.
The thing about it is, I come to a realization.
But I even though I sit there and I go, man, this is garbage, I still appreciate the story.
I do too, because I come to realization probably.
You can only pay so much for actors, I mean.
Well, I used to be that bitter fanboy. Oh, that's different. I don't like that person. I don't like this. But I watched.
They're not wearing yellow.
Yeah, what the fuck? And where's the leather bomber jackets?
He said a reboot from the first movie.
Oh,
cool.
So I watched that.
I'll definitely watch it.
Oh yeah,
I have Disney Plus, so eventually it'll be free. I don't have to pay for the watch the movie.
That's why I pay for Disney Plus and HBO Max. Speaking of HBO Max, if you're not hip to Titans season 3, go fuck yourself, because you are garbage because you don't enjoy it.
This hour of the Buddy Harvey Show is brought to you by HBO.
No, it's not, because I pay for it. Now, I was that guy that would be like, oh, it's different from the books and everything. And then I watched the documentary about Tim Burton's Superman with Nicolas Cage, and watched all the footage they had filmed and the test shots of the suit and everything. I'm like, you know what? I would have enjoyed this movie. Have you seen all that? That's
no. That's Rhonda.
Yeah, Tim Burton's Superman. Have you seen all that, dude? Look it up on YouTube. It's so crazy. You're like watching it. You're like, me personally, I had this come to Jesus moment in the middle of the night.
Are you serious?
I'm being serious, because I was that guy. Oh, it goes away from the books.
Here, lean over here.
And I'm like, whatever. And I'm like watching this. I'm like an hour into it. I'm like, I would have enjoyed this. And it's crazy. I mean, well, number one, it's
so night at the bar.
I just put it on about 10 minutes ago. So I'm like, what the fuck? I would have went and seen this movie. Legit. There was a time I'm like, oh, that looks stupid. The suits ain't the right color. I don't like that guy as an actor. But, Nicolas Cage, who is stone cold garbage.
Right.
By the way, I'm like, this dude was pouring his heart, because he's a fan, into this project. I'm like, crazy lightning suit and all this shit.
Rhonda, get over here on camera. We're gonna have you fight Buddy for the WWE title belt.
Well, not happening. I couldn't find my side plates. You're up there somewhere.
Oh, that was
that box of side plates. Those Triple H side plates in a box. Oh, she knows where they are.
She kicked them out of her way.
Yeah,
of course she knows where they're at.
Yeah, I thought
dogs are going crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Mommy's home.
If you want the true to the comics, you need the porn parodies. Well, Burton, I've never watched the porn parodies. I've heard good things. I'm not a porn guy, believe it or not. I'm more of a tangible guy. Does that make sense? That's why when I was in the Army, I never fell in love with a stripper, because she's only going to be in love with you as long as you're paying her money. I'm just honest. I'm not that guy. Am I opposed to porn? Not at all. If you don't want to see titties, something's wrong with you.
You'll see it one way or another.
Yeah, I mean, but maybe I'll look into those. I like some really weird and obscure things. And then there's some really weird and obscure things that are like artsy fartsy that people like, gobble that cock. And I'm like, okay, this is garbage.
well, it's really no, it's not. And I'm like, this is really stupid.
I don't like the term artsy fartsy.
Yeah, well, there's things that are that nature. You know what I mean?
That actually bothers me.
Why are you an artiste?
No.
You just don't like artsy fartsy type things.
I don't like artsy fartsy people.
No, I don't either. Most of those people,
That's probably why it bothers me the most.
I worked with a guy in Pittsburgh.
More Kraken.
I worked with the guy in Pittsburgh who was the. It's a long story, but I'll shorten it up. He was the.
Well, we got plenty of time. We got another hour and a half to do the long story.
Well, he was an art teacher at the University of Florida.
Okay.
If my brother Josh is watching, Dan Frank, he don't speak to him anymore. But he ended up banging out one of his students who was his babysitter, legit.
No way.
And the bitch was hideous as fuck. Oh. Anywho, left Florida and his 3 kids and his wife. And
for
his
a
wife,
babysitter?
Okay, and his wife was a straight smoke show. Legit. At 40 years old, a smoke show. So I'm like, okay, she must be like a dead fish or whatever. But anywho, so I meet him working construction in Pittsburgh. Dan Frank. Everybody thinks he's Jewish because his last name.
What's his name?
Dan Frank.
Dan Frank, not Anne Frank.
No, Dan Frank. That's why everybody thought he was Jewish. Because, you're Dan Frank. And he's like, yeah, but I'm not Jewish. He's Catholic. Anywho.
Not by choice.
Yeah, no, I think with him it was choice. But this guy was like the weirdest, artsiest, fartsiest dude. He would watch somebody farting on a fucking snare drum and think it was art. I'm like, we went to like his art exhibits and everything. They like wired like 38 TVs together, turned sideways and everything, screwed them together, and they were playing like Mario Brothers on it. I'm like, okay. He's like, what do you think of my? That's why he talked real weird. What do you think of my presentation? I'm like, looks pretty fucking retarded. Mesopotamian. I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah, we worked 8 months on this. Weird, I'm like, I could have did this shit in 45 minutes.
Hey, baby. Come up here.
Them. Well,
look at my baby, everybody.
Where were they at?
Look at my baby. Oh, my baby.
Upstairs?
Oh, poor baby. Never gets any attention. That's the one that never gets any attention.
I'm going to swap out my side plates here in a bit for Triple H ones. Rhonda knew where they were.
Never gets any attention. Oh, poor baby.
Thank you, Rhonda. Or the hand, as we call it, that slips in. Good to see you, Burton. I'm glad you were here. Keep that cheese on the cracker, if you know what I mean.
You gonna swap out the plates on the this one right here?
Yeah, they'll fit those.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, for sure.
These plates?
Yeah, these circles. These right here, you unscrew them from the back and screw the new ones in. But I got to go get a screwdriver, a nice screwdriver, because this is a quality fucking championship belt. This is the 2014 belt. I prefer this over the red one. The other one has a red stripe going through it. Official. I don't fuck with fucking knockoff garbage. Chaz will fuck up that shit off Wish.
It's heavier than my penis.
Whoa. No, he's lying. I don't like called it like this. I'm like,
you almost need 2 hands.
Slap it awake. Keep that cheese going.
Rhonda, you get in the hot tub?
Are you?
All right, guys. We're about to end the show. Have a good night.
I can't believe she found those, dude. I thought I took them upstairs.
She knows exactly where everything's at in this house.
He's been in the house. It's fucking shit everywhere.
It's not really.
It is. There's a lot going off in there. Yeah, I'm going to swap those out because you know what? The Undertaker's Stone Cold garbage. Triple H is light. It's all about the game, bitches. He might be a great champion like me one day, Maybe. He don't hold as many titles as me at all. Oh, sorry, Dave.
You're fine.
But he's a good champion. When Triple H got the big gold belt, I lost my fucking mind.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Ric Flair style belt. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, he was the you had Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, well, I got the smoking belt. I took that upstairs.
And then you had the transformation of Triple H into a hero.
Yeah, I know.
A villain. And
because he went from
he transformed WWE to what is today.
He did.
I mean, you have a lot of fuck ups along the way, and you still do now. But
what did DX? I think was what kept me interested in wrestling, because unlike a lot of Mesopotamians I've known since I was like 8 years old, wrestling is fake. And if please don't give me a thumbs down for that or report me, but it's fake. It's not real. It's scripted. We all know what's going to happen.
No, I mean
but it's entertainment. Hence why they got sued by the World Wildlife Federation. They get rid of the WWF, Worldwide Entertainment. It's entertainment.
They lost that lawsuit in London.
I can't believe they lost it.
It's the only place they would win it.
Yeah, but the thing about it is they were the biggest thing as far as that in the world at that time.
When I was a kid, I had no idea what the WWF was.
With the panda?
World Wildlife, yeah.
Yeah.
It was amazing to me.
I donated to it since I was 15. Speaking of which, guys, did you see my new hamster, Carl? Did you see that? I rescued a hamster at Jamie's.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a teddy bear hamster, long-haired.
He
was very violent to begin with.
How did he end up at Jamie's?
Well, some girl was selling him, or she was selling the cage, and she'd give you the hamster with it.
Wow.
And I felt so bad. It was like hot as fuck that day. And I'm like, Roman was there with me. And I'm like, I don't know. What do you want for it? She's like, $15 for the cage. And I'll give you the hamster. I'm like,
well, the hamster's
$35 cage.
The hamster's a responsibility, and you have to have another hamster to go with that hamster.
No, they like to be alone. Yeah, I'm telling you.
I thought hamsters like
not
company.
Those ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the dwarf ones like to be in the community. The teddy bear ones.
Hey, baby.
Daryl.
Hey, baby. Hey, baby.
The dogs are all out.
Wild animal. Wild animal. Ah!
There. He's gonna cry in a minute. But yeah, finally we can get Coral. There's Rhonda in the background. We can get chlorine again.
We'll freeze frame it.
My hot tub is crystal clear now. There was a chlorine shortage, in case you guys didn't know, for almost a year because
a chlorine shortage.
Really?
You just buy bleach and pour it in there.
No, you can't do that.
Yeah, you can.
No, I wouldn't do that and get in there. But now it's back. Well, me and Luna have matching belts.
This is not a rat. This is a dog.
That's my service animal.
Just so everybody knows.
She's a registered service animal. And now she looks terrified.
She was just clawing at my
feet. She keeps me calm.
She's super calm when you pick her up.
I know. Well, accidents happen, Junebug. They do a lot of high-risk things. Not so much about carried away. I know you like. I know you like the vanilla ass WWE, but I want to be entertained. I want to see people. That's Chia. If you're not risking life and limb to entertain me for my $12, I'm not impressed. No, seriously. I mean, that's the thing about it. The WWE become very PC and PG at the same time. And I blame John Cena for it. Is she legit in the hot tub?
Yeah.
Ooh.
The dogs are fighting.
Now they're wrestling. It's scripted.
Let's see some brisket and some mac and cheese.
It's heating up. Anybody else got anything to talk about? We're going on for 2 hours and 34 minutes.
Like, have a good night, everybody. We're gonna
Yeah,
take
pretty much.
We're gonna take the dogs around the block for a run and
That's
eat
not
some
happening.
brisket.
Well, it's been a decent show.
Decent. Who said that?
No, I'm saying it was. That's May 13th.
It's a great show every time Dave comes on.
Yeah, it is actually. Ohio Fans Fest. Where's that at, Chaz? Should I look it up? You want to send me a link?
I think it's in his mom's basement.
No, not in his mom. Maybe Daria Allen's mom's basement, not Chaz's mom. Where are the wings? Oh, they're right here.
I'll show them off. They smell good.
Do they? I didn't think you like teriyaki.
I hate teriyaki.
Oh, they're greasy. Characters in Cleveland, Ohio, Edge of Parma, does have the best. Oh, I got them upside down, I think. No, the best wings. Oh, they're not boneless. But you know what? I'm going to eat one.
They're actually not saturated.
Not bad. Yeah. Teraki's not overpowering.
Yep. It's like a half and half.
Mm-hmm. Don't give the dog the bones. I'm going to lay them up here and put them somewhere. See, I'm that kind of wing guy. That's about as far as I'm going to go. Oh, wait a minute. He's cleaning it. As fat as I am, that's
Well, the meats are actually really
well.
good.
That's what where I can eat more. You a drummy guy too? I don't like
actually,
flats.
Wings are my favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm an anti-flat guy. I don't like them.
Really?
Yeah. When me and her go somewhere and we order bone wings and they mix them, we swap out. She loves the flats. I love the drums. So we got wings from characters in Cleveland. I got them right behind you, Dave. Brook Park and Pearl. Not a sponsor. Chaz, you mean Girard, Ohio? Or Gilliard, Ohio? I don't know. Yeah, just eat them, Dave. I'm not going to eat them. I ate one or two and I'm done.
They're good.
Characters always gets voted.
One of the dogs clean my hands.
Best way to. We got those green napkins. They're called my dogs.
Oh, yeah.
I like the flats better. I've always been a drum guy. I don't know. And I prefer boneless wings. They're not chicken nuggets, so don't judge me.
You prefer boneless wings?
I really do.
Oh, my God. I didn't realize Buddy was a horrible person.
See, everybody judges me for that. This is coming from the barbaric American luchador. I think we've evolved past the point of eating meat, all the bone.
Oh, we're done, dude. I'm out of here.
Okay, well, I mean, it is what it is. That's why I like brisket.
No, I enjoy chicken nuggets.
Really? Poor little. Yeah. Get the dog. That's enough. Thank you. Kraken's one of my favorites.
It's good.
Always has been. The coffee, when I was so disappointed when it came out like 2 years ago, I mean, it's all right.
Neighbor.
One of my neighbors. What's up, Curtis? Loud because of the dog. What's up, Curtis? My big dog's in the house.
I just stopped by to say hi.
What's up, Curtis?
What's up, Curtis?
Stop by to say hi, that's all.
Want a beer?
Oh, I'm good. I got to be over here for 1 hour.
All right.
Done. I'm home.
Well, be careful, dude.
Yeah. Go to my brother's house, drop by.
All right. Here comes somebody else.
I just let you go. Shut up.
Is that Adam?
Yeah. I'm sorry, honey. Where's she at?
She's in the hot tub.
Cops are coming back along, man.
For what?
I don't know. I got a beer for head on the front of your paper, dude.
Well, I'm in my yard, so I'm not doing anything wrong.
I'm not either.
Okay.
I just had to hurry up and had that bitch on your bumper because I was getting ready to cross the street.
Under my bumper?
How many fucking dogs do you have now?
About 13.
7.
No, wait a minute. Luna, Chia, Daryl.
Everybody, I love you. I'll see you later, buddy.
Later, man.
Have a good night.
They'll stop a second. Well, Chaz, it's not opening on Messenger. They'll stop in a second. Because they're assholes. It's not opening, Chaz.
Go bad, man. Get him. Tear him apart. Tell him who's boss. Right now. Get him. Be super quiet now. Only one.
Why are you so bad?
Well, Chaz, whatever link you sent me is busted. It's not opening. Anywho, I like Darby
Would
Allin.
you put it past Chaz to
Triple H.
send you up fucked up ass link? You said Darby Allin?
Yeah, he sits here in Ohio, but you can't open the fucking link.
Oh, here. We got one more surprise
Well, what do you got? Darby
before the end of
Allin?
the show.
Oh, Dave's going to do something stupid. What are you looking for, Dave?
Or
Mm.
got some more action figures.
Oh, are they AEW
Of course they are.
extras you're trying to sell?
No, they're Matthews. Bullshit,
Oh.
yeah. Well, unzip this over here.
You can unzip it.
Yep, there you go.
Alan, you said it best. A Triple H dead ass link. It's like one of those scammers from fucking Paraguay trying to get your $12. They're just trying to get your money.
Hold on, you gotta see this.
Because they're clowns.
we're hopping in the hot tub.
Triple H would have knocked off those wings. Oh, he don't eat wings. See, Triple H don't eat anything. Ask him. Oh,
That's a nice one.
Yep, I have this one. Series 1, number 2.
Yeah.
Don't tell me that's Miro. Oh, I need a Miro from Series 1 of the Unmatched. I need Miro, and I have the whole series. Where'd you find these?
Store.
Which store? Macedonia?
Walmart Mayfield.
Mayfield.
I went out to see Hal. He opened up his store in his house to people that he knows, and I went out there, and I just happened to stop. He doesn't collect wrestling, so I stopped at the Walmart by him, and there was both those figures on the shelf.
Well, I can tell you a good story. We hit up the Walmart because of Rhonda in Macedonia. We're coming back Sunday from wherever. And
They got a lot of AEW figures out there.
They had the whole wave of Series 1. I left Darby Allin because I had one ordered from Walmart.com.
Oh, shit, are you serious?
And I left Miro because the box was all fucking, somebody stepped on it. I'm like,
Miro's a hard one to get, yeah.
Okay, well, I'm supposedly getting one from Matt Higgins.
Because
maybe that's what it is.
That's the one right there.
So,
Matthew, I'm sorry if you're hearing that. We can connect the dots.
Is that what it is, Matt? Because I got that Jericho, I'll trade you straight up, or just pay you for it, whichever. But I told Matt I'd seen, online people were talking about ordering through Walmart, and it's like a 50-50 shot. You're getting the.
If you actually get it or not, yeah.
No. If you get, like, if you order Darby Allin or any of the Series 1 ones, because it's fulfilled by Ringside, it was a 50-50 shot. You get a chase.
Oh,
we were
really?
sitting here. No, legit.
No way.
Last Saturday.
Did you get a chase?
Last Saturday, I ordered mine. I'm like, it's 50-50. And Matt's sitting here with me.
He ordered 10 of them.
He ordered 2. He got one regular, one chase.
That's ridiculous.
He sent me the picture, and I got mine yesterday and opened it. I was in there, getting the brisket and everything ready. And I'm like, I opened my box, and I got a regular one. Matt's like, well, he sent me a picture, got a regular and a chase.
So
I'm like,
we'd be flipping over this.
No,
right
because
now.
I don't even care. Because he's like, dude, I want to thank you. I'm like, for what? I passed on knowledge that I'd gained because you're my friend.
You know what's crazy is I see guys in these wrestling groups
go crazy.
They'll walk into a store, they'll have 2 chases, they'll take a picture. It's like it's $500 instantly.
Yeah, well, I'm glad he got one. That's the thing, because I'm not going to open them anyways. It doesn't matter to me. And as everybody knows me, I don't care about value. It's what it means to me. If I find the chase.
Well, they're a $20 figure, so.
Yeah, but, if I find the chase one, it'll still stay on the card because it's a wrestling figure. I haven't opened any except the duplicates I have.
Right.
And they were Undertaker figures that Dave gave me for my birthday. Or Captain Crappy. What comment did I miss? Triple H. How about you take away his hit sticks, bend them in a circle, and melt them in. Well, I threatened that earlier, Alan. You missed it. But they're going to tie them in a bow tie. Yeah, we like to have fun on here, so if you get offended easily, you should probably go fuck yourself. Your vagina gets sand.
For you.
No, if your vagina gets sand in you, you should definitely go fuck yourself. If you're
the opinions expressed on this channel are strictly
on this particular show on this channel are my opinion. I take full responsibility for anything. Oh, he rubbed my knee. Slight burn. I take full responsibility for anything said on my particular show, but the rest of the channel does not, take responsibility for what I say. Todd Mizak. Todd Mizak is stone cold garbage.
Hey guys, my Venmo is D Webster 80. Send me $20. I'll burn Buddy again.
Well, dude, I'll give you my PayPal, Venmo, and I have Cash App because I'm ghetto as
Just
fuck.
joking, sorry.
That's all right.
They hit your leg or they hit your
No, it's right there.
Jesus.
That's all right, dude. I ain't mad. It's an
We
accident.
need some back tracing over here.
But for $3, I'll do something really stupid. I mean, I'm trying to buy more wrestling belts. What's up? Or plane tickets to go fuck up John Cena. I was looking at this DVD collection. It was garbage, dude.
Really?
Like a bunch of Ernest movies. Ernest Goes to Jail. Ernest Goes to Camp. Ernest Goes to North Korea. Ernest Goes to China. I'm like, what the fuck?
There was like a couple good Ernest movies. It was like the first three.
No, there wasn't. Dave, you're lying. There was no good Ernest movie. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Vern? No good Ernest movies. Now he's lying. Legit lying.
Check the temperature on the mac and cheese.
I'm checking it right now. I'll pull it up on my phone. Let me get that grill out. Let me see that right here and that right now. It's saying internal probe is 130. If you wanna,
Sounds good to me.
okay, well, have at it. And the brisket should be about that warm too. So, but they need to reboot the Ernest series with John Cena. Tom, you are correct, sir. I never realized that until I seen it and somebody posted it that John Cena looks like you're fucking Jim Varney. I'm like, oh my God, he does.
Absolutely.
He was the worst thing and probably the best thing about the Suicide Squad. Because he come across as a total douche because John Cena is a douche. So I'm like
baby,
watching it laughing.
tied up on
Daryl is a straight vagina. There. What cable is this? This is an iPhone cable. Is that yours? Plugged in? Is that your? It's my cable, but I bring everything out here in case somebody needs it. Old school Droid. I have all the charging cables.
Works. Oh, Wesley from Washington tonight. I'll see you at the Rain Comic Show tomorrow. Race car.
Nah, it's ghetto ass car, no exhaust and no brakes. You heard it squeak.
Race car.
Can't see me, Vern. You know what I mean, Vern? Can't see me, Vern. Sorry, guys, I'm answering Messenger.
All the dogs are gathering. Hey, baby.
Is that Luna?
Wants to be internet famous.
That's Daryl. He's garbage.
Oh, I like Daryl. This one's fat.
Oh, it's Chia.
The other one's already on my lap.
That's Daryl.
She's like, oh, just rub my belly. I don't even care.
Yeah, she is old as fuck.
Oh,
Don't encourage him, Dave.
poor baby. Never
Not
gets
a-
any attention.
That's a lie.
Oh, never any attention. Never any attention in their lives.
Dave, you saw my car after I
Oh.
put the new exhaust on, or didn't you? Tom
Oh.
wants to know.
What's that?
You send Tom send you pictures of the new exhaust?
Probably not.
He says probably not. You can't finger me again, Vern. Well, Chaz likes to get his asshole finger popped by WWE guys because I like WWF, but you know, it is what it is. I'm sure Chaz got his asshole finger popped by John Cena. He just got dick slapped by me and the spinner belt took from him. So, hey, he's a little wiener like this, and I just right upside the head, and he was out like a light. Is that Ricky? What's up, dude?
Brisket. No.
Look at this thing, you got the dog out. I gotta let my dog out. Man, I can't fucking walk you on these things.
Start lifting those weights, bro.
I know, man. I'm trying to do that, sit up some push-ups. Dude, I put water bags.
You ain't in county.
Well, I mean, you know, I
So you're lifting water bags?
Yeah, like
my
county.
gas got shut off yesterday.
Oh, that sucks,
That was
dude.
last week.
What's in your bag, bro?
2 beers and a fucking Murray Colander chicken pot pie. Dinner for tonight.
You got a wrap?
No, it's still in the pot.
No, do you have a wrap tonight?
Oh, do I got a wrap?
Yeah. Your fans are on here looking for you.
I'll wrap some Tupac for you if you want.
There we go.
Oh, just got lit. Come on in.
Man, what, man? Fucking Casper from West 48, man. West 47 Junction.
Who?
Not too many people know where it's here from. And this is
Who?
off in the cut, man. People used to.
Can you guys hear Casper or no?
Yeah, this is
Nobody
Casper,
knows who
you know.
this guy is.
Oh, they all know who Casper is. Come on in, dude.
This Casper, you know.
He's
you
not
know,
on camera,
I
nobody
keep
knows
on
what's
the
going
dinners,
on.
used to probably change my diapers. You know, I've been growing up here since I was just a wee little kid. But so many battlefield scars, or jumping the 12 scars, was like a rap star was nothing without.
I don't think he hears me at all.
Just in the math with my attitude, fucking.
No, he don't hear you, no. Gotta take the camera.
My business has arrived and kept watching back.
Oh,
Go beside it.
No, sleep there.
No.
We put money in beds for fixing belly, bro. I'm on a meal, taking a mission, want a meal, so I'm wishing I take you down the road, so the most they stress.
That's heavy. Can you guys hear Casper or no?
No.
Mumbling in the background. Do it again.
No, ain't no do it again.
Come on, Casper.
That's all we wear. I got a different outfit every day of the week for one whole year. I got so much gear it won't fit in the closet. I even got gold-plated Tommy pockets. Tick-tock, those my gold Tommy pockets. I'm about to talk to get some Tommy pockets. Got so much chills, I can't deal with the ills. Want to get the spell. Step on drills.
Chevelle's are garbage.
Nah, I want a fucking goat, man. I want GTO.
Well, that's what I would go with.
60, 68, 69 GTO.
Billy's got a 67 sitting down there.
Yeah, I spilled that berry.
Man, my father had a Roadrunner sitting in his garage for 15 years.
Don't get your phone, dude. You can let it run downhill. Oh, we fucked up the gonk.
The gonk is already fucked up.
Well, Casper made an appearance. We're gonna sign off.
The gonk. Fuck
You
you,
got nothing
dude.
new?
Fuck you, dude, on that estate who sells fucked up gonks. Fuck you.
Garbage gonks.
That ain't piss samples, is it?
If anybody,
No, we're dumping out beer.
if anybody takes anything, did on Gong or on SC, sells gongs. Fuck you, man.
Yeah, the Gonky
Stop
droid
selling
is
your-
garbage droid.
Stop selling your bullshit.
The legs don't fit, homie.
Unbelievably
Y'all,
horrible
if
product.
y'all got fucking extra legs coming out your legs and extra arms coming out your arms, you shouldn't have took that damn COVID shot.
My man says
I'm
don't
saying
take the
to
COVID shot.
man, fuck that goddamn COVID shot. Ain't none of my family taking that shit. I ain't taking that shit. And they
America.
that shit within a year.
Hey,
Fuck
Ricky,
that shit.
America.
I'll take a chickenpox vaccine or some shit like that. I ain't taking no goddamn COVID vaccine.
I gotta agree with Ricky on this
Wait.
one.
You say you take the chickenpox vaccine, but you wouldn't take the COVID
I take
vaccine?
chickenpox to smallpox to all them vaccines. Man, it took them years and
I guess
years
they
and
are
years to
FDA
come out.
approved.
Man, they came out, man, COVID hit the whole fucking world, and they come up with a fucking vaccine within a year. Man, when people's arms are going like this, I don't want to hear you running your mouth. Oh, I should have got stabbed shot. I fucking know.
There's crazy people out there, isn't there?
A lot of them. I'm one of them. I feel so sorry for this dog, man.
What, your dog?
Yeah, I mean, it's his. He bought it for my mom.
Whose dog is it? His?
He bought it for my mom.
Your boyfriend?
He did when my mom was having seizures. He's a good dog like that. He was like a health dog. But now he's just stubborn because he's been locked in the house for 2 years. I've been gone for about 2 years. I'm
Well,
coming
just-
back, man. The house is paid for, dude.
Rhonda, come over here. Get on camera.
No.
Everybody's just seeing her.
I mean, my house looks like shit. I got vines going all over it. But I'll get it right one of these days.
I hear you, man.
Come on, man. Maybe I'll come up with something else. Let me start running through my head.
Do it, Ricky.
Oh, I got Marie Callender's.
A rap about that Marie Callender's. What is that?
The chicken pot pie.
Chicken pot pie.
I'm gonna go back. Man, I'm filthy rich, but I'm gonna go back to the trailer and eat me some pot pie.
You don't live in a trailer. You live in a house.
I got the hitch. I can get the hitch.
He's trying to get that Applebee's sponsor from that
Is it
the guy that claims his country is not really country. He was like rattling off Applebee's menu items in his country song, and the joke was obviously he wrote it to get a sponsor, so Applebee's would buy the song.
Ain't you the one that bought the toys off me? Skeletor Castle.
That's still in the front yard.
It's still there?
Yeah, the ones you sold me like
Yeah.
7-8 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're planters in my front yard.
That's good.
Yeah.
How's the chat doing?
Them are the original.
What's everybody saying?
Ricky is from Compton. They said you're from Compton.
Ricky's not from Compton.
Straight out of 216, motherfucker.
Hey, yo, Casper, straight from the 216. Bitch, being out of Compton, we straight on the west side of Cleveland.
Casper,
We
216.
216.
44120. No, 4410.
216 867 5309.
8675309. Casper.
408-29.
Just ask for Casper.
216-408-2891.
We have went off the rail tonight.
Oh, if y'all listen to this podcast,
We were supposed to have some mac and cheese on.
hey, look up Casper on Clark, and then look up mac and cheese too. Now Mopo wants some mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
No, Mopo really wants some half flabber ribs and some maple syrup baked beans.
I didn't make any fucking baked beans, dude.
216
That's what I'm
Ricky.
about to get tomorrow.
Holy
I had to
shit.
walk
Look at
down
that. Look at that ant.
And this motherfucker got championship belts and shit.
I am the champion.
You want to go for one?
I don't know.
I'm all about it. And I'm buzzed up, so I'm feeling no pain.
I don't see no ring.
Don't need no ring. I had a 24/7
The
title.
belt.
I gotta, Ricky, look, look,
All you
look,
gotta
look.
do is try to grab the briefcase.
Yeah, the money in the bank. I got it right there.
Oh, we go off the ladder? Like a ladder match?
Do you want to?
God damn, he's got all the championships.
I'm the hardcorest motherfucker in wrestling. Yeah, it's not wrestling, it's wrestling.
I've been, you know what? I like them better as actors than wrestlers, man. Like John Cena, fucking.
John Cena, dude.
I like 'em better as
Whoa, Ricky,
Did you
Ricky,
see that new movie that John Cena said?
don't care. What is it?
It's like a vacation movie.
Ricky, I flew to Boston today and went up into John Cena's house. Look at this. Look at this. And took my dick and whacked it across his head.
Oh, he's got the spinner?
Motherfucker. Does it look like a spinner?
Yeah.
Because it is.
I don't believe he went to John Cena's house.
Yeah, I flew there and flew back. Then I robbed the motherfucker when I got there and took his yen that he had in his pocket, changing them for American greenbacks, and flew home. I didn't get home to 4:30 today. But I got his spinner belt. John Cena could suck this dick.
That's pretty slick, man.
I'll have a collection of wrestling belts.
I really do, man. I respect them more as actors than fucking wrestlers. Wrestlers is just a fucking soap opera.
Well, you should be watching AEW, not WWE.
I mean, back in the day, I was watching, man, what, Sting went to
Crack
fucking,
and cheese.
Oh, it wasn't.
Sting is in AEW right now with Darby Allin.
Sting's still there? He ain't dead yet?
Don't disrespect the Stinger. Don't disrespect the Stinger.
Yeah, you get that scorpion leg lock.
Yo, you gonna get it. Take a little bit of this.
My goodness.
Can you give me a diet?
Yeah, I used to watch wrestling back when
Out
it
of
was
the
still Billy
fridge.
Jim, Hulk Hogan, Jake the Snake
It's in
Roberts.
the fridge. Yeah, Jake the
Big ass
Snake.
fight time in there.
Oh yeah.
I saw Jake the Snake on a commercial a couple days, a couple weeks ago.
Thank you, sir. Oh, it's cold.
He didn't have a snake.
Nah, he's old as fuck.
Jake the Snake actually doesn't like snakes.
And them belts are cool as fuck, man. I like those.
Well, thank you, dude. That's what I do. I am the American luchador. And if you don't like what the American luchador is doing, you're anti-American. Last time I checked, this was America.
And Ricky is abused over beer.
Ricky, they're trying to give you a show on our channel. They want to give Ricky a show. Alan wants to give Ricky a show.
Y'all want to talk? I can fucking talk your ear off.
$216 Ricky, smacking cheese. Ricky is spitting knowledge, cracking cheese. Amen Jets, who fingered Cena? Ricky. It wasn't me. It was Ricky that took the belt.
I did not finger Cena, but if you want to talk to Ricky, we can just sit here and bullshit. Man, you know, we'll try to keep.
Alan says we want the Ricky show.
I want the show to be over, so.
The show will be over in 3 minutes.
3 minutes, it sounds good to me.
Rhonda says show will be over in 3 minutes,
You gotta
guys.
go take the Blue Devil out.
Blue
You gotta
Devil.
go dance with the devil. You gotta put a blue dress on if you want to dance with the devil. So I gotta go put my blue dress on and take the dog out so I can dance with the Blue Devil.
Words of wisdom from Ricky.
You want to dance with the devil? You gotta wear a blue dress.
Well, I hope you guys were entertained tonight. We're going to eat some mac and cheese, and we're going to call it a night. So,
Have a good night, everybody.
Dave says have a good night. See you guys next Saturday. If not, you can legitimately go fuck yourself. And in America. Goodbye now.
Ricky says, God bless.